バカ。
Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the first episode, the pilot episode of the Ordinary Otaku Podcast. Name's a work in progress, could change, but I think we're all fine with it for the time being. So, today we have me, Synkonn, or Jacob, take your pick. We also have, right over there, my tall, curly-haired friend.
It's your boy, Awkward Witness, also known as Connor.
And then in the other corner, a nerdy, tiny boy.
No, I'm not small. Me, hashtagcookiez, name's James.
Yeah, my boy James. Let me turn you up a little bit.
Yeah, you're a bit silent over there.
It's alright.
Oh, I'm in the corner. That's
go-
why.
There's gonna be a lot of technical issues for the first time around, so I think it's alright. Alright, cool. So today we'll be covering a bunch of topics ranging from Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't think I need to introduce the topics actually. You'll just fucking see. You just wait and see, you know?
Oh, surprise.
Bro,
Yeah.
the content's really in the book. There's no page for that.
I feel like if we were ever to have more of like a, like a whole podcast featured around a specific topic, we'd talk about that. But
Yeah,
I think today
Spin the boss or something.
Our live
No.
podcast special coming out 2023.
for today we have a variety of things, so we don't need to talk about all of them to begin with. But first of all, I feel like because this is the first episode, I feel like we need to introduce ourselves. And I don't know if you remember, but I had all of you, including myself, do a little questionnaire
Oh,
to
God.
talk about certain things. Well, today we'll be revisiting it. However, you won't be reading out what you put. You'll be having another person guess what you put for the certain
Oh.
things. So,
Alright.
oh, I had a planned order for this. Oh, I think we'll have. I'll do you, Connor. Connor, you'll do James, and James will do me. I think.
So you haven't read these because you did this, like you made this and put the answers in.
I don't remember. I think I skimmed through them. So I guess I do have an unfair advantage. Apologies, but I'll do my best. All right. Because of that, let me try and go first with you. So first question was, what would you like to be referred to during the podcast? That is not one we'll be answering. Second one, either.
I don't remember. But
I'll read them out like to see what the correct answer was. Or if you remember, then you can tell me. Alright, so for your top 3 anime, oh my fucking god.
this is the question every
Should I
otaku
guess?
needs to be.
This is a hard one. Well, I'll go through the whole thing with Connor first, I think.
The defining question for an otaku.
Your top 3 anime? That is so difficult. Yeah, my mind's gone completely blank. I think you like Naruto Shippuden. I feel like that has to be as one of them. What the fuck else do you watch and then talk about a lot?
Oh,
I'll say, well, you may have ideas. But the beauty of it is that I can mess up everything and it'll just be funny. Let's go for fairy tale, sure. Fairy tale.
Fairy tale.
Fairy tale.
fairy tale, huh?
Yeah. And screw it, dude. I feel like I'm stuck between 2 options that might be on there. That's Food Wars and Dr. Stone. I'll just go for Dr. Stone. The only one I'm confident I got was Shippuden.
Do you want me to say what I would say?
Go ahead.
Go on.
I said that James should say because
Uh.
with my input it might change him.
JoJo's.
Oh shit, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't guess that.
Probably Food Wars, maybe, but although we haven't finished that. And then
Yeah, that was right.
I don't really know what else you watch.
Okay, I'll
Right, I can
change.
tell you.
I'll change. What was the second thing I said? It clearly wasn't a good fairy tale. I'll change fairy tale for JoJo's.
Alright, so with your changes, you got 2 right, Jacob.
I can guess which two those are.
Yeah. James, you got, I believe. What did you guess again?
I only just guessed JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo's. Yeah, you got that right.
All
So
right.
it was JoJo's, Shippuden, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, it was.
I
I'm
was
seeing
going
it
to-
now.
I was gonna say that, but I wasn't too sure.
Okay.
The
Next
classic
question.
5-part long ass anime.
Yeah. Next question is your favorite manga. That's easy. JoJo's.
Yeah.
But your favorite part of JoJo's? Probably part. Oh, but you're reading 8 now. I'll say part 7.
Hey, you got it right.
Oh,
Love
okay.
part
When you said A, I thought you said 8.
Nah,
All right, next one.
it's hot.
Favorite genre? Okay, this one I do remember. I do remember you put in Slice of Life.
Yeah.
Which was a big shock to me. A really
Really?
big shock. Because none of your top 3 anime are Slice of Life.
I know.
Apart from Naruto filler, maybe. Alright, when did you start watching anime? You started watching anime not long before me. For the most part, like properly at least. I don't know, maybe you watched some fucking Naruto or Dragon Ball as a kid. I don't know, probably around 2018.
No.
Oh, no, I meant 2016. I meant 2016, I think.
I
don't
don't remember
remember.
I don't remember the exact year, but I think I put down 2014.
Oh,
Oh,
let
wow.
me check for you. You put
That's real.
2014, yeah.
Yeah, and the next
Uh,
question I believe will answer the reason for that.
Your first anime, and you told me this before.
Yeah,
it's
I've told
High
you.
School DxD.
Ah.
There's a story to that, and that's sort of what got me into anime.
Oh
It started
yeah.
off with High School DxD. My friend showed it me on a sleepover, chill, and then he also mentioned Tokyo Ghoul, and it sort of started from that.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul was early for everyone. All right, next one would be most recently watched anime, which can include finished, currently watching above. Well, I know you're in the process of watching Fairy Tail. I know
Yeah,
you
no.
recently finished Doctor Stone season 2, Stone Wars,
Star Wars.
and Way of the House Husband. That's all of
Oh,
us.
yeah, Way of the House Husband. I did this before I started watching Way of the House Husband.
Yeah. This was done like a week ago, more or less, a bit less maybe. Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say those.
My most recently watched anime, I believe, was Watakoi.
I forgot. I had Watakoi. I was gonna say Watakoi, then I said Way of the House Husband, and then it fell out of my head. It's alright. Good for the most part. Dr. Stone wasn't on there. Alright. So the next one was pick your preference between Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan. Yours? That's really difficult. Because
Is it? I feel like for me it's easy.
I can't imagine you being big on either, but I guess I'll say Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, no, because I still haven't got into Attack on Titan properly yet. I've watched one season, honestly forgot most of it.
Alright, next one is Anohana or Your Lie in April. I think you're a Anohana kind of guy.
Hey, you know it.
Alright, cool. Novel, next one. No Game No Life versus Kakegurui. Please be a Kakegurui guy.
No comment.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Oh, I'm on my own here. It's okay. Alright. Parasite or Promised Neverland? I don't
one
think
should
you've
be on-
watched
that one
Promised
should be-
Neverland.
Yeah.
So, Parasite it is.
Like half of these, I'm out of bias.
Next one. Rising of the Shield Hero or ReZero? You've watched a lot of the first season of ReZero, almost finished it.
Yeah.
But not enough to
Shield
probably
Hero.
put it as the winner here. So, Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yeah, that's the one I finished out of them too.
Next one would be JoJo's or My Hero Academia. I think JoJo's is an easy win.
Even though I spent more on My Hero Academia manga than I have on JoJo's.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit, JoJo's is for free online, so... Alright, next one. Haikyuu or Free of favorite sports anime that none of us have seen. Haikyuu, safe bet.
Yeah, Haikyuu. It's the closest to a shonen, isn't it?
a little bit more on the
I'm-
heterosexual side.
I know. They don't get shit.
I Can Make a Kill or Guilty Crown. By the way, this was so hard to like think of two comparative things because I had to write all these questions.
That was a tricky one.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
I Can Make a Kill and Guilty Crown. See, the reason why I put those two together is I think both of those are extremely underrated and looked down upon by a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people who would consider these like amazing, but I think majority people do like think both of these are very average.
The OPs smack.
The OPs do smack. Guilty Crown is my favorite anime to date, so you know, fuck the haters. I think you'd probably put I Can Make a Kill.
You'd be right.
Have you seen Guilty Crown?
I've only seen the first episode.
Aha, so that's probably
one
why.
of those animes.
Next one would be Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. I would be disappointed if you put Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Not because Demon Slayer is bad, just Jujutsu Kaisen is fucking amazing.
Right, that's a 10 out of 10.
I agree. All right, next one, Pokemon or Digimon. That was just for fun.
Yeah, everyone knows. If you grow up with Pokemon, you don't grow up with Digimon.
I feel like if you grew up with Digimon, you actually
Had a
no.
bad childhood.
No. I was gonna say if you grew up with Digimon, you didn't grow up with Pokemon, and if you grew up with Pokemon, you didn't grow up with Digimon. But no, I think most people that've seen Digimon have also seen Pokemon. So I don't know what possesses them to prefer Digimon over Pokemon.
They wanted more animals.
It is a lot more animalistic, isn't it? I've seen like a lot of memes of like evolutions of Digimon, and it goes from like an animal to like this weird beast to then like a fucking mecha.
It reminds me of sort of Dinosaur King.
I've never seen a single episode of Digimon, so I'm just speaking based off one meme.
All I know is that the one of the starters starts with an A.
That's amazing.
And literally every one of their names ends with Amon.
Alright. This is, I think, one of the last pick your preferences. Metamorphosis or Dropout.
Okay.
See,
bro. Actually, this one's gonna be hard for you because you know I like both of these.
One difficult thing about this is Metamorphosis is a doujin, so you can only read it. Whereas Dropout has both a doujin and a animated hentai, 2-episode hentai. I think you're a Dropout guy. I think you're a Dropout guy. Please say something.
Bro, I believe I am.
And oh no, there's at least one more pick your preference. Oh, Funimation or Crunchyroll? Crunchyroll, right?
Obvious. I can't imagine any of us putting Funimation.
All right.
Not after they did that to my Fire Force.
Then next one is how much money have you spent on anime merch as an estimate?
See, this one was hard for me. I was like, do I include manga or do I just?
Let's include manga.
I have both statistics.
That's the thing. I put both in, I believe. Like I said this, but without manga, this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
I'm trying to remember I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say is I can't remember the cost that you guys put in. So I'm just trying to think about what you have and trying to visualize like a price for it.
I can tell you what I have if you want.
You have like 26 volumes of My Hero Academia manga, do you know?
25.
25. I'm one number off, and I'm not gonna complain.
I have 10 Tokyo Ghouls.
Oh shit! Yeah, good
3
point.
JoJos.
Oof.
I have about, I believe it's 15 or 16 Demon Slayers, 8 Komis, 4 Food Wars, 5 including a German one. I never really bought anime merch. I've got a Komi coffee cup, if you want to count that.
Oh yeah, like the travel mug.
Yeah. With the anime merch, usually I just receive it as presents. So that's like my Kakashi and my thingy.
I
Hiroshima.
didn't count things that I received. Specifically money that I've spent.
Sorry. Okay, back to calculating the cost. I think, yeah, you have a lot of manga. That's a big issue. Surely around...
Not an issue for me.
For 300? 300?
See, I don't remember what I put, but I think you might be right.
Let me tell you, you put... 100 not including manga, 4 to 500 including manga.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's hard to calculate manga costs, dude, because you can get volumes that are like £5, you can get volumes that are upwards of 10.
I believe My Hero on its own with 25 that could easily get up to almost 200 if not over.
Jesus. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. There you go. And finally, your Mal username. You can say that one for anyone watching.
Hey, it's my name, my birth name, my username on the Xbox Live. Awkward Witness.
One word. Awkward Witness.
No spaces. Capital A, capital W. It's how I roll.
Yeah, feel free to follow us on Mal. Actually, let's just all say our Mal usernames right now, because I feel like it's better than coming back to Cookiez in 10 minutes and then me in another 10. So I'm synkonn, SYNKONN on Mal. Then you got Awkward Witness, Connor, and then you've got James. Feel free.
#cookiez with a Z, I think.
With a Z, and also one word, so together. Alright, so I just finished Connor. So now, Connor, you're going to do James.
Yes.
I feel like I could get James's favorite animes.
Okay.
Wait, what were mine? Oh, I guess
So,
3.
yeah. Alright, so, first question, your top 3 anime. Go ahead.
I'm thinking number 1, obviously, Bunny Girl Senpai.
I don't think they were done in any specific order, but...
Well, I know.
Yeah,
but
I just
Bunny
put
Girl
on that.
Senpai is obviously going to be for James. Then Violet Evergarden. Because I remember he loved that when he was watching it. Now the third one, that's going to be a bit harder for me because they're sort of the animes I know him by. I don't think he'd put JoJo's. He's more of a romance, slice of life guy.
What are you thinking then?
I know. Are we counting movies or is it just anime?
Let's just go with series. No one put a movie. No one put a
I
movie.
don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. See, I could just say Yuri on Ice. That's good.
You'd be wrong.
I know.
It's worth it, though.
It's how
It's
how we know you, James.
You know me for something that I've never watched. Same with friggin' Devil Man Crybaby, which I've never watched,
No.
That-
but apparently have.
That's all
We all swear down that he's seen it. He seems like the type of guy who has seen it. Anyway.
The only reason why you say that I've watched is because I joined in one conversation and you're on about Devilman Crybaby, and then now you think I've watched it.
I'm certain that you've watched it. All right.
Anyway, carry on.
I'm
One
gonna
more.
have to say Food Wars. Yeah, I know he hasn't finished it, but it's
Food Wars seems like a safe answer.
Yeah, it is. It is a safe answer.
All right. Well,
I
what do you
can't-
think you put on there?
What do you mean who?
What do you think that you actually answered?
I know I put Bunny Girl Senpai on it. I know that.
That is true.
And I know that I put Ray Zero on it.
Oh, of course.
I can't actually remember my final one.
Your final one, you were reading it at the time.
Oh, did I put Attack on Titan?
You put Attack on Titan, or actually, you put AOT. So close enough.
Yeah.
Not SNK.
No, not SNK, dude.
Sorry.
All right,
But
well-
yeah, I was sick.
ReZero, I don't know. Not even in my top 20, but it's...
Really?
Listen, dude, if you like it, you like it.
Oh, well,
I just found it really aggravating. I think it's so creative, and I love character designs in it. I love everything. I just really... I think it was mainly Subaru. I just really don't like him. I like every character but Subaru.
Not my favorite make a car either.
And especially, he doesn't have a creative design. He just wears a tracksuit. Anyway, what do you think James's favorite manga is, or was a week ago?
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that's
okay.
a hint.
Okay, no, that's a giveaway, isn't it?
Should
I wasn't
All
trying
right.
to give it away, but it sounded like I was.
Yeah,
maybe
Attack
because I
on
don't really
Titan.
read manga anyway.
I feel like we should have included light novels in that because James is more of a light novel man.
All right.
Did you say one?
All right.
Yeah, I said Attack on Titan.
And yeah, you'd be correct.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah. You should have put most hate. Wait, oh, a minute. Just another question. What's your most hated manga? What's the worst thing that you've read?
Just to be sort of like something where we read it, dislike it, and then never buy another.
I've done that.
Let
I
me
do
look at
have
my
time.
shelf. Yeah,
You see,
I know which one. I know which one you'd say. I don't remember the name of it, but it's that one light novel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have bought one manga in the past, have read it, and have not bought another one. Not because I dislike the series or anything, but because when I was finding out how they do the manga, and the fact they never actually finished the manga, I just didn't want to buy it anymore. I don't want to put any more money into it, and that's Black Bullet.
Oh my, oh yeah.
That's always been one where I've only bought one for my. I bought one because I got recommended while we were at a bookshop, and I never bought any others again.
Just never bought another one.
They never had it in stock either.
I have, what's it, bomb tier character Tomazaki-kun. I just thought it was dog shit. The character, right? He's like, your typical, shy, can't talk to girls, but absolutely cracked at a game. And like over the course
Me.
of one book in a series of like, I don't even know, 10, he's already like super confident at the end of the first novel. So it's just like the novelty of it just goes.
Yeah, that's the whole
I
plot
see.
going, really.
Well, yeah, no, he's supposed to get more confident over the entire novel, over the entire series, not in just one novel. I would say the anime is better, maybe because it's not as time-consuming.
All right. See, for me, if I had to go with something that I've actually bought, probably Remina by Junji Ito.
Cool.
I'm pretty happy with everything I've bought, even the stuff I've bought on a whim. But Remina, that was like one that I was certain was gonna be good, because like, Junji Ito, I've got so many of his books, straight bangers, and then I buy Remina, the newest book out in the West. It's been out in Japan since like 2004, I'm pretty sure. But for us, it came out 2021 January, so sure. And I thought the story just wasn't written well. It was very generic and predictable. It was different than everything he's written, but it wasn't that good. If I had to pick with something that I haven't bought but I read online, then I have a wider choice. Signal 100 is really good, actually. I was gonna say Signal 100, but it's creative at least. It's very cool. Although the story's a bit dumb. But I think Suicide Club is the worst thing I've read online.
Sounds stupid.
It's based on a movie, but it has firstly, when you've got a manga that's based on a movie, that's weird. Usually it's the other way around. But also they wrote like a different story to the movie. Like they improvised a bit. I don't know. It was short. That's at the very least it was short. The story if it was longer, it probably would have been better actually. Anyway, back to this. Connor, what's James's favorite genre?
It's probably slice of life.
What do you have
anything,
to say?
Anything romance,
James?
slice of life.
Oh, I put romance.
You did put romance.
I thought we were going to do one category.
Yeah. Alright. Well, when did James start watching anime?
Oh, I'd say he was slightly later than us.
He definitely was.
Very late.
I'm pretty sure I gave him a list of recommendations on the back of my weekly bus ticket.
No. Oh, I remember you telling me about
I still
that
have that.
at the time. So this would have been a few
You
years
should
ago
send
now.
me a picture and I'll include it in the podcast.
I'll do it later.
All right, go on.
I would say 2016.
You think 2016 was later than us?
Well, I was 2014.
Later than you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is like when we were taking the bus. I don't know whether I was still at high school when you were doing this.
All right. Well, James,
2018.
summer of 2018 was your answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch anime until after year 10.
Bro, you're a late bloomer.
Yeah. And then I watched a lot. I remember my first anime was
Wait, that's the next question. So,
Oh, okay,
so
okay,
stray
okay.
away from that. So,
Developed his life.
continuing, Connor, what was James's first anime?
I'm gonna guess because it was your recommendation. It's Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, that was nope. Death
No.
Note.
Death Note.
I watched Death Note.
That is a
I
good
can't
first
remember when I
anime.
watched Tokyo Ghoul. That was probably my third anime. But yeah, I watched Death Note and then I watched Mirai Nikki
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly
When
what
it
it
comes-
says here.
When it comes to like Death Note, I feel like all the impactful scenes happen all the way to like halfway through, and then after that it sort of declines slightly.
You see, Jacob, you may have given me the bus ticket of the anime, but you never really gave me a platform to watch it on.
Yeah, they were
So-
all over the place, weren't they?
So, like, I watched the whole of Death Note on YouTube.
Yeah,
With some of
get
them
what you
with
mean.
Spanish subtitles.
If it makes you feel better, it's probably because I did not know of a platform you should watch it on. I didn't have Netflix
right.
back then, so
Rest
I
in
watched
peace,
Death Note
mate.
on Kiss Anime.
I didn't even know that Death Note was on Netflix because I did have Netflix.
Well, I didn't know it was on Netflix, and I did not have Netflix, so therefore there was no way for any of us to know. Okay. Well,
Oh, but I remember, like one week I'll be like, oh, I can't find the next episode, and then the next week it'll just be there. Like, why? This anime's been out for years. It just keeps on cropping up in the recesses of YouTube.
it's kind of like looking for manga volumes nowadays. All right, what was James's most recently watched anime? He actually included 3, so just try and get one.
I will. I know he's watched Jujutsu Kaisen recently. I know he's been watching Redo of a Healer recently.
Well, that's 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
Is that,
what's
I'm gonna try and guess the last one then. I think I've got this.
all seasonal anime?
Yeah. Is it? No, because I'd say you've only watched the first episode of this. I was gonna guess 82. Is it?
86.
86.
No, but I did the thing before I
Yeah.
watched,
Yeah, I
I
thought
watched
so.
afterwards.
So that would be.
What is the third one? Wait, what
Yeah,
did I
what's-
I
actually,
watched last
actually,
season?
It's
I'm
got
saying it. What is the third one?
it's got a banger OP.
Oh, it's like
Love and
no.
Lies.
Horimiya.
yeah. Oh yeah, I did watch that. That was really good as well.
All right. Well, now a bunch of rapid rounds. Pick your preference. Tokyo Ghoul or Attack on Titan. What did James pick?
Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Fair
He
enough.
was at the time he was an Attack on Titan nut because he was reading the manga.
Yeah. So that would have swayed your opinions a lot. You put
Yeah,
Attack on
I
Titan
was-
in 3 different answers, 3 different questions.
Well, I would still put Attack on Titan above Tokyo Ghoul anyway.
I think I would, but just barely. I think Tokyo Ghoul it reminds me so much of AOT. I think both of them, the manga's so much better than the anime.
They're just
Although
so-
Attack on Titan actually, no, Attack on Titan the anime is extremely
They're
good as well.
just like the OG anime.
Yeah, true. They are the big like behemoths, like the friends of
Well,
anime.
not behemoths. It's just that Tokyo Ghoul's just 2 seasons. If you just ignore Re.
No, but I mean everyone knows them. They're like
Yeah.
everyone has heard of Tokyo Ghoul. Everyone's heard of Attack on Titan.
I mean, with
Your
them,
mom's heard of Attack on Titan, dude. That means something.
at the
Maybe.
time,
Maybe.
at the time of watching, I remember it. Everyone's like, "We need a season 2. Where's season 2?"
Mm,
Tokyo
Yeah.
Ghoul had a giant gap between season 1 and 2.
2 and 3, I think you mean.
That was it, 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But then with Attack on Titan, I remember when season 2 was coming out, and like
It
the
was
Beast
6
type
years.
was shown.
Yeah, 6 years between season 1 and 2 of Attack on
I
Titan.
know. and
Really?
Now,
Yeah,
now
people
that-
lost hope. Well, it was
now that
5 years, I
something
think.
happened,
It was 5 years.
That's crazy.
I watched season 2 of Attack on Titan as it was coming out, and that's what made me read the manga, because I was like, dude, these people waited 5 years for a second season. I'm not waiting to find out what happens. Anyway, let's get through these quickly, because this is taking longer than I
We've
expected.
still got you to do, Jacob.
That's true. All right, is he an Anohana guy, or is he a Yola in April guy?
Well, in April.
Yeah.
True that.
I can never
Much
see him
prefer
live.
your line in April.
No Game No Life or Kakeguri?
No Game No Life.
That
You
is
kind of
true.
spoiled that one
I
before.
think so. Yeah.
Oh, I did? Oh, shit. Parasite or Promised Neverland?
This one's hard because we've both seen Parasite, but I'd definitely say he's a Promised Neverland guy.
No.
You want to shut him
No.
down? Oh.
That's Promised Neverland season 1, maybe, but we're
Did season 2
considering.
ruin it for you?
Oh boy, did
Season
it.
2 was dog shit.
Season 2 was the worst thing ever.
People are excited about that too.
Yeah, they were. They're rightfully so, to be honest.
And that's why it hurts.
And like the first 3 episodes were just fine. Okay, they were okay. All right, but then just the rest of it was just god awful. And then the ending was just the shittest. And I like Parasite. Parasite's pretty cool.
Parasite was a great thing.
Mm.
Great.
Just a little thing. You
Okay.
know?
My new hand.
Well, this one should be relatively easy. Rising of a Shield Hero or ReZero?
ReZero, if it's in his
Yeah.
top 3.
Okay. Well, JoJo's or My Hero Academia.
I'm gonna say JoJo's.
You'd
Yeah.
be correct.
Yeah, My Hero Academia is just so average.
I like it.
I mean, I like it. I will watch it, but like,
Uh,
it's not something. It's just something to put like in the back of your head, really.
Well, I mean, I read a chapter or 2 of volume 25 today, which might be in season 5 that's coming out. And honestly, I still enjoy it.
All right. The real question, the one that matters, Haikyuu or Free?
I was gonna say,
Right.
I was gonna say.
Right. James, I mean, you're like Yuri on 8. You're like Yuri on 8.
Yeah, totally.
Yuri on Ice. Come on, you're going for the boys anime here, aren't you? See,
Both boys anime.
I would say 3 as a joke answer, but it's gonna be Haikyuu.
And it's Haikyuu.
I would actually, I would actually maybe watch Haikyuu.
I
That's
thought you were
cool.
going to say Free. I was hoping
No,
you'd
I
say
would,
Free.
I would not watch Free, but I probably.
I was hoping.
I mean, I say this, but I don't think I ever will.
All right. Akame ga Kill or Guilty Crown?
Akame ga Kill.
You'd
No.
be surprised.
I put
No.
Even
Guilty
I
Crown.
was surprised.
Really?
But then I
I
remembered.
put-
Then I remembered how much he also shot on Akame ga Kill. It's like which one does he like hate a bit less? That's
Like,
essentially what this is.
Guilty Crown tried to do something unique, and I appreciate that. Akame ga Kill, I can't even remember 2 characters' names.
Akame,
Well, I mean,
Tatsumi,
more
Mind
than
Shield,
2. Oh wait, maybe more than
Lubbock,
4. All right, well now you're naming them,
Esdeath.
but not me.
As death. Come on.
Dude. Nah.
Well, okay, so you got your main characters, and then you got all the. There's way more characters than I thought there was in it. You got that girl with the dog.
Oh, the most hated person in the anime.
Yeah, and whoever that is, and then you got that weird fight scene where it's like all like 5 of them versus like a group of assassins.
Yeah.
I don't just remember that. I totally forgot about Canada.
But then you have stuff like the Esdeath arena scene, the Esdeath beach scene.
I'm
the
sensing a
I
pattern
don't
here.
remember. That's the thing. I don't remember this. Since what was that? Peach
Refresh your
scene?
memory.
There was a
Refresh-
beach scene. It
Yeah,
was an
there's a whole
episode where Tatsumi and Esdeath were stuck on a deserted island.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, with Guilty Crown, just like it was so weird.
You
But
have Inori on a screen.
I mean, I don't really think it's that great. Same with the Camera Kill, but it's not as bad as Camera Kill. Camera Kill's
You watch
Oh,
what
I
you say.
I mean, I'm only saying
the
Akame.
days are numbered.
I'm only saying Akame ga Kill because it pumped out one of the top waifus.
Surely you
Esdeath.
don't mean Esdeath.
Carrying on.
Alright, rest in peace, Chelsea, by the way. Alright,
yeah.
Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, that's what I would have hoped he'd put.
He put
Yeah,
Demon
but
Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Why?
Alright, well,
I
we
was
don't
just-
have to shit on him for it. But...
No, I'm not shit. I'm actually.
I feel like for the seasons of which they came in, like I feel like that they were both extremely good for the seasons they came in. Like, I don't know, I think they're equally as good, but I just prefer Demon Slayer because I don't know, I care about it more. I like the art style of Demon Slayer.
Okay.
What you mean? How it mixes anime with traditional?
Well, like I don't know, the art style is like nothing like anything else. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like the animation itself is really good, but it's like the style of it is, I feel like, sort of similar to those things.
We'll get to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
we'll
talk about that later.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also reading Demon Slayer, sort
Pokemon Digimon.
of.
Pokemon.
That's true. Metamorphosis or Dropout?
I'd say any sane person should say Dropout. But I feel like James is more of a metamorphosis.
I'd say any sane person would click off the questionnaire when they're asked to, or at least would be extremely confused, even if they're just an average anime watcher, when they're asked between Metamorphosis and Dropout. Just, huh? I never heard of those animes.
Yeah, be honest, I've never heard of Dropout,
Exactly.
but I have read half of Metamorphosis.
I have told you plenty about Dropout, so you don't have to lie here. You have heard of Dropout.
You should know Dropout. But yeah, I knew it was going to be Metamorphosis.
It was. Alright, Funimation or Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll. Any sane person.
I don't use either, but I prefer Funimation.
And I don't know why.
So
I don't know what any of them have.
Just telling the truth there.
Crunchyroll has way more than Funimation, and also Funimation is primarily dubs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll probably just change it to Crunchyroll.
Okay. All right. Now we're ready to go. Ready to continue. All right. How much money do you think he spent on anime merch on estimate?
Ooh. Well, I know he's got his light novels. I don't know exactly how many, but I know he's probably spent less than us. Like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, because he's got. I know you've got a figure or two, haven't you?
Just one.
Just one.
You see, I didn't.
Is that Amelia?
It's Amelia.
I had two. I gave two statistics.
Merch, and if you include light novels and others.
Yeah, and that's me. I don't know how much his Amelia figure was, but light novels. With how much you bought, I would say you spent at least a good 100 on light novels. With the Amelia, I would say it's probably like 30, 40 quid. I don't know how quality it is, because I've never really seen it.
So is the answer 140?
I'll say 150.
Okay.
I give it an even.
All right.
The number you put was double.
Yeah, because books can be expensive.
They very well can be.
But especially the light novels. Light novels are expensive. They're like £12, £10 each, and I have maybe, I think about 20 light novels. So that's already 200. And then I have all the other manga. I probably also to 100, and then I have Amelia, which is just in there somewhere.
How much was Amelia?
Like 20. It doesn't look that. It's not. I wish I did get a proper version.
Like a 50 quid version.
Well, no, I got mine off eBay.
Oh, that's even worse.
The actual figurine is 40. I didn't know this. I was just on eBay. So
Yours cheaper because it was slightly broken, right?
It was slightly broken, yeah. But it looks alright actually.
At least you didn't get it from AliExpress.
At least you didn't get it from AliExpress.
Yeah, I didn't. And then I think it's my no manga was 40, so I don't know where the other 20 quid came from. I have no clue.
All right.
Whatever.
Well,
right, you in?
Time for you to do me, James.
Okay.
All right.
What's the first question?
My top 3 anime.
Guilty Crown, JoJo's. Ooh. It's not a tough one. Full Metal Alchemist.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Guilty Crown was correct. JoJo's was a bold one. Because I think part 5 is the only one that I really like. I like part 4 a lot, but part 5 is like amazing.
I was thinking like I know JoJo's like maybe in your top 10.
But you gotta keep in mind, the ones I like the most are part 6 and 7, which aren't really animated.
Oh yeah.
I put Guilty Crown, Monogatari series as a whole. If you had to pinpoint one, probably back in Monogatari, but
Oh yeah, true.
please don't make me just pinpoint one. And my third one is actually very recent, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh,
right.
really? You put that straight on your top 3?
It could be just because I watched it very recently,
You know,
and it left a huge impact on me.
Same with me and Attack on Titan.
Exactly. So it happens. All right.
I swear Fullmetal Alchemist used to be one.
Fullmetal Alchemist. If I was to rewatch it, probably would get back somewhere close. I think it's the best show I've ever seen, but I don't think it's my favorite show that I've ever seen.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, there's a slight difference. All right. What's my favorite manga?
Ooh.
Think back to the shelf.
Well, the thing is, Jacob reads a lot of shit online. And if I think back to the shelf, he has all the Demon Slayers, but it's not his favorite.
If you need a hint, I'll offer a hint.
Yeah, why not?
I don't own it.
Don't own it. Yeah, I thought you were just reading online.
I have an idea,
Most likely.
but I'll wait till James has guessed.
Ooh. You gotta realize, I don't actually know much manga. The thing is, you really are though, AOT. Because you also really like that, I think.
That was gonna be my guess.
I'm slightly disappointed. I thought I geeked out enough about it. My favorite manga is Chainsaw Man.
Oh.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did have that phase.
It's
Hey,
not a phase. I'm
what's
still
going
there. Dude, I'm rereading it. What do you mean it was a phase?
I haven't heard you talk about it for a while, so...
I spoke to you about it like 4 days ago or a week ago.
You probably sent something into the server like 2 days ago, maybe.
Anyway, it's okay.
Chainsaw Man manga?
Alright, what was your second? Is Attack on Titan second?
My second? Well, that's hard because I don't care about my second. I think a lot of the manga I read I like at a very equal level, but yeah, I guess it would have to be Attack on Titan.
Right.
Because I love Attack on Titan as a series, so like that includes manga, I suppose. All right. My favorite genre. Genre was hard, by the way, because like you can go for something really specific, or you can go for something very generic, and I went for something very generic.
The thing is, I don't even know because you've read and watched so much of everything. Like, I don't really know.
Bro, bet shonen.
I like maybe like what's it called? Psychological horrors.
I would not call that vague.
I don't know, but I feel like he enjoys them. Maybe.
Hold on, let me shut my window.
Or wait, his favorite animes were what? Jujutsu Kaisen, Guilty Crown,
And Monogatari.
Monogatari. Monogatari is weird,
True.
but they're all just action.
And that is my favorite genre.
Okay. But I feel like you enjoy that.
I do. I love the psychological ones, but I can't lie that if I'm looking for something, I will. Like, action is most of the ones that I like. If I had to say which genre I like the most, like ratio-wise, like, you know, from what I've seen of this genre, how much, like, what I like the most, then it probably would be psychological. My first anime. Oh no, when did I start watching anime?
2016.
2016, but not really that seriously until later, like 2018, 19 maybe. 2016 I watched quite a bit, but it was like very on and off. Like like later on it was when I started like actually, watching it relatively regularly. Well, do you remember? Oh,
You would make an anime list before we knew what my anime list was.
I mean, I only started using my anime list like just over a
year
year ago. No, just
Yeah.
under a year ago. It was June last year.
But it was like back of the bus ticket, any sort of paper you could find, you'd be writing down lists.
I would write all sorts
Didn't
of
you
shit on
make
the
me a
back of a bus
second
ticket.
one?
I don't know if I did. If I did, then do you have it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's
So I know that I do have at least one.
Okay. Well, back to the one that I messed up on. What was my first anime?
Tokyo Ghoul?
Well, this is actually kind of a trick one because I guess I didn't finish it. It was Fairy Tail with 21 episodes.
Oh. Then what was next?
After that, it was Death Note, Tokyo Ghoul maybe. I know Sword Art Online came as like my fourth, maybe fifth. Because I always thought it sounded cool. Well, Connor, you were the one that told me about it. I think I said this before. When you talked to me about Sword Art Online, I was like, yo, it sounds like the type of show where like each episode they like get a new sword or something that has like a new ability. And then I actually watch it and I'm like, oh, it's a bit shit, huh?
The premise you just described sounds really boring.
I thought it was cool. They couldn't do so much with it.
A new sword, there'll be no development.
Well, no, there could be development, but there would be like a pattern to it, but there'll be development in the background, All right. Most recently watched anime.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's not my. Yeah, that's my most recently finished series. Yeah.
Rimuru.
Oh, that was a while ago. No, you're okay with Jujutsu Kaisen as my most recently finished like full series. But what do you know what I'm currently watching?
No, I don't actually.
Is it
I really
Kingdom of
don't.
the Iron Fortress?
You watched that ages ago.
Yeah, no,
I watched that. No, don't say you watched that ages ago, because I watched it after Rimuru Tempest. So. I actually watched those two back to back. No, currently I'm on episode 5 of Beatless.
Oh my! Oh yeah. What is it even about?
I can't tell you yet because I don't know.
Okay.
So far, every episode's been like a different genre.
Oh.
Okay, well, now we're gonna go rapid fire, pick your preferences. Do you think I'm a Tokyo Ghoul guy or an Attack on Titan guy?
Attack on Titan.
You'd be correct. But do you think I'm an Anohana guy or a Yola in April guy?
Anohana.
Fuck. Okay, you'd be correct. Do you think I'm a no game, no life kind of guy? Gaming,
No.
but no living? No?
No, you're not. Isn't the other option Guilty Crown?
The other option's Kakegurui.
Oh yeah, for sure, Kakiguri.
Yeah. Do you think I'm a Parasite guy or a Promise Neverland guy?
I don't think you watched either.
Huh?
He's seen Promised Neverland, hasn't he?
Yeah, but you watched the first season, didn't you?
Watched the first season twice, yeah. Look, this is purely.
From what you've watched.
I'm not focusing on the series, like the animation.
Redacted.
I'm focusing on the whole story and everything. And also, I have not seen the second season, but I know it's shit. But you guess as to whether it's Parasite or Promised Neverland?
Probably just Promised Neverland.
Yeah, it's Promised Neverland, but I'm focusing on the first season.
Yeah.
All right,
Sick.
Rising of the Shield Hero or ReZero?
Rising of Shield Hero.
Wrong.
Really? I thought you really liked Rising.
He hasn't finished it yet.
Okay, I've been on episode 18 for a couple months now.
That's when we were talking about Rise of the Shield Hero in person. You were like, "Oh yeah, it's awesome."
I think it is one of the best isekais, but I'm not that big on isekais. And ReZero, I think Rising of the Shield Hero. The only issue with it is it's very, like, although it is cool, it doesn't. I don't think it has that much character. Like, not nowhere near as much as ReZero has.
The guy is just always annoyed and angry at everyone.
For a good reason.
I think he doesn't. Is not that mad after the beginning.
I know.
No. When his faith is restored by like the friends he sort of friends he makes. One being a slave, the other being a hashtag.
Yeah, I would say ReZero's in my would probably be in like my top 20, 30. Rising of the Shield Hero would be my top probably 50. ReZero, as I said, I just think has so much character, like so many cool designs, like so many likable characters. Not Subaru. Plus the OPs and EDs, dude. I don't know about you. Rising of the Shield Hero OPs, they're good, like they're nice, but fucking comparing them to a ReZero would just you'd make a laughing stock out of Rising of the Shield Hero.
That sounds Bob.
Am I a JoJo's guy or a My Hero guy? Alright, don't laugh.
Do you even know what happens in season 2 of My Hero Academia?
I know what happens in the first 8 episodes of My Hero Academia season 2, yes.
JoJo's. Don't you dare say I'm wrong.
Alright, am I a Haikyuu guy or a free guy?
I feel like you wouldn't have answered this question.
No, I answered it.
IQ.
I forgot to set every question as mandatory. I'm a Haikyuu guy. I ain't about that. I ain't about the swimming boys.
You're not a Haikyuu guy. You're somebody who got forced to choose Haikyuu. So, I'm really into Haikyuu. I've never watched it, but that's okay.
Alright, I can't make a kill or guilty crown.
Guilty crown.
But earlier it was announced as my favorite anime, and now it's like, yeah, I prefer a Kamega Kill though. Yeah, I'm a guilty crown kind of guy. Demon Slayer? Or JJ? Fuck off. Let me finish at least.
You said when you want this to be quick.
I think Demon Slayer, it is really good. It is really good, but I think anime and I think the anime is better than the manga. First of all, at least the first season, because like it's so much more impactful.
Yeah,
the manga feels a lot more generic than the anime, because the anime is just like that's what got people talking about it, not the fucking manga. So although it is really good, I think anime is much better, but even the anime I don't think hits all the spots for me. I thought it was amazing when I watched it, but I've thought many shows that I prefer over Demon Slayer. Plus I think I was one of those people slightly influenced by the fact that as soon as I finished watching Demon Slayer, everyone else was watching Demon Slayer and loving it, and I was like, Jesus, man. So I think that was just like bias to it.
Time to join the hype train.
Very late.
Yeah. Have you guys seen episode 6 yet?
6? And like, not even the most hype part.
Bro, I just watched the episode where Tanjiro broke the rock.
That was like episode 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Episode 6, just him walking. Oh, hell yeah, guys. Episode 6, hype as hell.
He sold what he needed to sell.
He's coming back to his house up the mountain.
I hope he's gonna feed his family well this New Year's.
His dead family.
Alright. Pokemon or Digimon? Okay, I shouldn't have even asked. Metamorphosis or Dropout? As a connoisseur of hentai, which one do you think?
I'm
place to?
I'm just gonna go Dropout.
You're right.
Yeah.
Alright.
I feel like
with an anime, it's more impactful.
yeah, it's like that's I feel
I
like
like the Dujin too, though.
Yeah, I've read it. Obviously, you have to read it once you watch.
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
different.
Men's
It's a slightly different story.
I feel like how good Men's is or how bad it is. I don't know, but I feel like Dropout had a big impact. It had a big impact on your life.
On the anime culture as a whole, you mean?
My anime list broke when that came out.
Too many tens. All right, Funimation or Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll.
By far. And how much money have I spent on anime merch?
Okay. I just want to ask: are we counting your Persona 5 collection?
No, that would be so unfair.
Because that would come to like 2,000.
Probably the manga he's got. He can't even fit it on the shelf.
I think it'd get close.
Okay, so So manga is what, £7?
Well, it
And you
depends,
have-
because like a single series can have a volume that goes for 5 or a volume that goes for 12. So
All right, calm down, Fairy Tail. Wait, hold on. How much did that cost? 100 and something?
wait, the box set?
Yeah.
Box set was 65 because it was on offer.
Oh, wow.
Normally it should be 100, but it was on offer.
Oh wow. 800.
Okay. The one I
Wait.
put.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh wait. Your figurines. 1,050.
Okay. I put. I didn't do hard maths on this. If I really wanted to, I could go on Amazon and check. Literally add everything up, but who can be asked to do that? So I just assumed I put around 900 to 1,000. Most of it is manga. It could be slightly under. It could go all the way down to 800, or it could go to 1,100 or something. But yeah, most of it is manga. As for whether or not I got my money's worth out of reading them, I don't know. Probably because I haven't read a lot of them.
Those
But
poor Kageyas. The
Kaguya-sama
two
Volume
Kaguya.
1 and 2.
I think I've read more of that than you have.
You have, because I've not read a single page. But it is what it is. And I think that concludes our introduction segment, which only took 58 minutes.
Oh well, there you go.
What to know about
Maybe
it.
we can save some topics for next time.
Now you should know plenty about us, probably more than you care about. Alright, but the first, and the topic that I'm most excited for, the first topic we're going to start off with is the anime that just recently finished and had a huge fucking impact on everything and everyone, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's been mentioned like 8 times so far, so it's only fair that we cover it.
Wait, I want to ask. All right, Connor,
Yeah.
is it one of your favorites?
You see, when you talk about favorites, with Jujutsu, I wouldn't count it because I'm still on that bit where I'm still hyped about it. It hasn't calmed down a bit, and you haven't been able to think it over without having this sort of excitement of what I've just watched. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I raise my hand. I'd like to say, that although I know I'm still in the hype stage for Jujutsu Kaisen, I have thought about it. I tried to think about it with a level head, in a sense of like, how many of these things do I actually think are really good in the anime? And I think fight scenes probably the best that I've seen in an anime, other than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I think, has very similar quality fight scenes.
Alchemy fight scenes where they full on go all out.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy, and these were very similar. Plus, like, obviously, especially that this has an edge on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because technology and just advancements and everything. I tried to think about characters. There's not a single character I don't like. Genuinely, I love the villains. I love the main characters. I love the opposing sister school characters. And then I also tried to think about graphics or animation quality, I guess. And I don't know if there's many shows that have better animation than Jujutsu Kaisen. And if they are, they're probably as boring and mundane as Violet Evergarden.
Okay. What about that? What about Jujutsu Kaisen?
So, after recording the episode, I realized we never really explained what Jujutsu Kaisen was about, so I'm adding this little clip here to at least explain the premise of the show. The story follows Itadori Yuji, just your typical student who stumbles upon a cursed item, Sukuna's finger. Sukuna was a powerful evil sorcerer many years ago, and his fingers are now used to scare off other curses, which are these demonic creatures. Yuji, taking one of their fingers, leads to his friends being attacked by one of these curses. They're saved by a Jujutsu sorcerer, but during the whole situation, Yuji ends up consuming the finger, and now Sukuna, who the finger belonged to, lives within Yuji. This gives Yuji powers, but also puts him in danger as he fights for control over his own body. Yuji's now met with a choice. He can either be put down by the sorcerers, now as he holds a portion of Sukuna's power, or he can join the Sorcerer's Academy and help them find more of Sukuna's fingers, as he works kind of like a radar for them. Then he can consume them and get eliminated alongside the entirety of Sukuna's power. Because if he ends up consuming all of them and then gets killed, then that's the entirety of Sukuna destroyed as well. I mean, that's about it. It's a great anime. Make sure to check it out. I think it's probably one of the best shows I've ever seen. And without further ado, let's get back to the episode. And also, by the way, huge spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the show, we will be discussing a lot of spoilers. But that's just a given. Why would you be watching a Jujutsu Kaisen podcast without expecting some sort of spoilers? If you don't plan on watching the show and you don't mind spoilers, or even if you do want to watch the show but you also don't mind spoilers, then feel free to keep watching. Or if you have seen the show and you just want to see what our opinions on things were, then just continue watching. Alright, on with the episode. Alright.
Let's leave this taste alone for a bit.
Well, the reason, I mean, obviously, I really like it. I thought it was really good, but I don't know.
You weren't as hyped as us.
I just always thought this is really good. I'm enjoying this, but I just never cared so much about the characters that much. Like, I think it's because in all the fights there wasn't that much backstory or anything.
But I love that about Jujutsu Kaisen, because whenever it showed
just fighting.
No, well, semi. What it did show a lot of backstories, but I love how the show was just like, here you go, 5 seconds of backstory, back to the fight, and I love that because I hate it so much. I mean, I watched a lot of Naruto like not that long ago. And there, before they even start a fight, they have a conversation that lasts half an episode.
Okay, yeah.
Then they'll start a fight. Then you tune into the next episode. It opens up with 5 minutes of the previous fight sequence before it gets to new content, and then it shows a flashback scene that lasts the remainder of the episode of this villain that I'm never gonna see again.
Can I just say, you have not got most of the way through Shippuden yet, and it gets worse so much. Sorry, I'm not kidding you. The final arc is about 200 episodes long.
I can't wait.
It's mad.
But yeah, I loved the fights because they were so fast paced, like no bullshit, just straight up fighting, and the fights were such a pleasure to just look at. Like the animation, like the budget that they must have had just for the fight scenes was crazy. Like I don't think there's any way the fight scenes could have been done any better.
I mean, I love the fighting. The fighting was amazing, but it's just the reasoning for fighting was, I don't know, a little bit lost.
Which ones?
Well, obviously they're bad guys, but I guess, I don't know. I just wasn't as convinced as to why these people are fighting so hard.
Is there any ones you have in mind?
Nobara.
No,
I think
Nobara with who?
Well, no, as in like the reason why she's a sorcerer.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's like I don't really see the connection why this story yeah, as sad as it may be, somehow turned her into a. I mean, well, the reason why people can see curses is because they experience that kind of thing.
Well,
But
the curse thing is like a random thing, right? They
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
yeah.
And then-
Cursed energy.
so I didn't really seem that convinced why she can, why she's so good, or why she fights at all. She could have just dealt with it and then gone with a regular life.
Well, that's the thing. She wants to sort of stand up for people. She wants to be able to stand up for herself and people.
Actually, if you read the description of a character, it says she joined the Magic Technical College to avoid worrying about money so she could live in Tokyo.
Yeah.
See, I'm not convinced.
That's it. I'm working off her backstory. Now. I'm working off how I can interpret it.
Yeah, that is one thing I'm willing to agree with you on. Sorry, I was ready to just protect Jujutsu Kaisen with my life, but then you brought up her backstory, and yeah, that is something that happens, and I just forgot about it willingly. Because
I just forgot about it.
But it's for the best. I mean, it shows it. Honestly, my main thing is I knew she was a character in Jujutsu Kaisen, so I was just dying to meet her. So when they got to episode 3 and you meet her, it's like backstory. I'm like, okay, but I want more her. I want more of her.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's one of my favorite characters out of the entire thing. Like, I think out of all the girl characters, I think she's my favorite.
Bro, her fighting style, I love it.
It's sick.
I'm so glad that Nobara's the first thing we talk about, because that's the thing I've been dying the most to talk about. Yeah, I mean, other than her backstory, I think, like, no, I do have to agree with you. The backstory, yeah, it was a bit shit, but like after that episode, I don't think it matters much.
Yeah. Well, that's just why. I know, just little things.
Yeah,
that made me realize, like, it's just to me, in my perspective, it's just fighting. It's cool. I don't really care that much.
No,
Just
but
fighting.
keep in mind after those episodes, they get a different reason to actually fight, because they fight to protect their friends. Because they like, I love the bond that Nobara and the Megami and Yuji form.
Yeah,
like, it's like a cool fucking bond. And every single time they fight afterwards, I'm pretty sure most of the time it's literally for one another, really.
but yeah, I mean, in the final bit, they're fighting for Megami, aren't they?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, no, because it's his sister that's in trouble here, because it's the bridge up.
In the sister school arc, like, they're fighting for Yuji because they're trying to kill him, and they're not gonna, they even say how, like, they're not gonna let him die again
Until Yuji met his brother.
I think Nobara, oh my god, I love her so much. Her fights are so good. She's a fucking badass bitch.
Oh, yeah,
Faces she makes.
Dude, yeah, the face she made during the final episode, dude, I was screaming. It was so good. She literally went insane in the final episode.
When she was about to hit that nail in the voodoo doll, finally. Like, bro.
Dude, I have no complaints if Nobara just gets sent to a mental asylum, like, in season 2. I think that would make perfect sense.
Nobara gets her own spin-off.
I mean, I think her personality is great. Like, I feel like all the character, I feel like all the characters are so unique. There's nothing like any other character in, like, other animes. I feel, especially.
That's a bold statement.
Well,
I find that
for the most part, I feel like most of the characters are completely unique.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially Nobara, because, like, she's just like, I can't remember what the word is. Upfront, I guess. Vulgar, maybe.
Yeah, no,
she's
it's like,
rude. She's disrespectful.
it's like they give you no reason to like her, yet you like her.
It's like she ain't taking shit from nobody.
Yeah, I think Nobara Kugisaki, dude, she's by far my favorite character from the show. One thing I actually wanted to bring up, it's really interesting. I don't know if you've seen this. She gets compared to Sakura so much. Sakura from Naruto.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
She gets compared so much because so many people just say, this is how Sakura should have been done. I think it's a bit unfair because I think that those characters are a bit different and also come from very different eras. But like, a lot of people did say that Nobara was apparently useless in the show. I wanted to see what you guys think of that.
No.
What?
I thought that I genuinely just didn't understand what scene they could possibly be referring to when they said that.
It's true. You see more of Yuji and Thingy, Megami, in this season. I don't know whether I haven't read the manga or anything. I don't know what's going to come up with her.
I feel like Megami was useless.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Even counting the final.
Well,
that
no, obviously
opening.
that's when he like obviously did well.
No, I'd say Megami's never been useless.
Are you on about when he runs away when they're in the prison?
I just feel like he's actually not that powerful.
Really?
I feel
Really?
like he's not that powerful compared to like Nobara and Yuji. Well,
Okay.
compared to Yuji's a little bit unfair, but Nobara, I feel like is way more powerful.
Dude, I have a completely different opinion. I think Nobara is by far the weakest from the three.
Definitely.
Because I think Yuji, even without Sukuna's power, he already had superhuman strength and speed and agility and everything.
That's dumb. It's so stupid.
I don't mind it because like every character in like a big shonen series has that, but in this show they actually acknowledge it.
That's the thing. Like, I just tell you, it's like it's not because I would have accepted it if it was the power of Sukuna, but it wasn't. It was just him in general. I'm like,
I think
how?
I think that one of the main reasons why it was mainly necessary is to show why he's even capable of like, overcoming Sukuna's like will. It's because he is essentially almost superhuman. And also keep in mind he would have probably died in the first fight at the school if he didn't have these abilities.
It gave reason to why he survived
'Cause-
first fight.
Because in the first fight, he literally, at one point, while he's in midair, he, like, rotates his entire body. I was like, dude, no normal high schooler is capable of doing these things.
Yeah, I think
the granddad knew something.
Granddad,
Maybe.
dude, the granddad, he died.
Yeah.
He died way faster than I
No,
expected.
hold on.
I
Isn't
guess
the whole thing with the granddad meant to be that's what gave Yuji a
Yeah.
motive, a purpose?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he does. Well, the reason why he sees curses is because he experienced grief.
Yeah.
Recently, and then he just ran with that. But I just find it so funny. It's like
Also,
his
also
dad
had a munch on a
granddad
finger.
dies like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. He just turns over on his pillow and just dies.
Oh, that reminds me. So,
Peaceful.
yeah, it is peaceful. So you were talking about how, Nobara's, like, reason for fighting. I think how Yuji literally kind of makes up his reason in, like, 5 minutes after his granddad's death.
Mhm.
And he goes with that for the rest of the show. I think if you focus on details like that, fair enough. Like, yeah. But I think in general, I think every single character in Jujutsu Kaisen, or at least the main three, sorry, like, I think they're just so selfless. Like, I think almost every single time they're fighting, they're genuinely fighting for the sake of others. Because Nobara, like, yeah, she started, like, because she needed money, but every single fight she has, she's, like, I don't ever hear them, like, talk about how they want to, like, make it out alive or anything. Well, Yuji does say that, but that's because he says he wants to make it out alive so he can help more people. I think there's just, like, so many... Every character just fights for other people. Like, I find that so cool. Out of interest, what's everyone's favorite fight scene?
Fight scene, right?
Yuji and Nanami versus Mahito.
Yeah, that I think that's my favorite as well. That I think from that moment onwards, the show just got stupid fucking good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people actually prefer the first half to the second half because they think the second half's written poorly. But like, yeah, the second half gets a bit crazy with
You're
the
about-
sister school event.
You're about the boogie woogie, right?
Boogie woogie.
Yeah.
No, that's
Right.
that's in the manga.
I know. Like, the scenes where they draw him clapping, just they're great.
That must be so confusing in the manga. It's like, what? How's he doing this?
But yeah, I think that fight's just amazing, and it maintained that level of quality for the rest of the show. It was just so good. I love the scene where they just find an opening, and then it's just countless just punches to Mojito, just beating the shit out of him. It was
Yeah.
so cool to watch, especially after what he did to that guy when he turned him into the
that guy.
curse. Well, I don't remember his name. I'm sorry.
I would have if they
Oh,
actually did what the opening said it would.
Ishigami.
You Shigami from Love is
Yo-
War.
Yoshino Junpei.
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 Yeah.
That was.
And
I
then
thought it was
Yoshino
gonna
Nagi, which is his mother.
Mm.
Oh, I thought that Junpei was gonna be more important.
Yeah, the opening made it seem like he was.
It's like, oh my god, we're gonna get another sorcerer.
No,
You
because
see,
it showed him from the beginning, from the first episode. It showed him with Yuji. So I was like, who is this? Is this some character Yuji already knows? Why is he already being shown to us? Because other characters it showed like as he met them, but he was there right from the get-go.
I hate it when intros do that. It's like, ooh, who are they? Who are they?
I don't mind it if it's for reasons like this, because I think it did trick us, but it was for the best, because, I mean, like, it, actually, I don't think it was necessary, actually, now that I think about it.
I thought
If there's, like, bigger, I think misleading's OPs can be good, because they can, like, make you just expect something, and then do something completely different, and it makes it so much more exciting. But I think the Jujutsu Kaisen one with having Junpei in the opening was very unnecessary. Because either way, we didn't know who he was. Either way, we didn't know what was going to happen to him.
during like the fight, like even as he like got turned into one of those monster things, I was like, well, he's in the intro, so he must come back alive.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because
Like, he must be brought back.
They talk so much about how Sukuna would be able to turn him back with his power. I was like, oh, so surely he'll like, be like, all right, one favor for you, Yuji.
And then the laughing scene.
Okay, does anybody understand like why Sukuna and has a thing for Megumin?
Yes,
The power.
Megami.
Yeah,
Yes.
the power. Like,
Oh,
it was like you could have a good match with him. A good fight.
yeah, that was something that I actually forgot to bring up before when we were talking about how powerful everyone is. I think Megami is literally just below the levels of Yuji. And especially with his potential levels. And even Sukuna sees that. I think Megami's a bit. I think Megami is weaker than Yuji. Megami agrees that he's weaker than Yuji.
I feel like
final
Megami
episode.
though can be close to Gojo if he really like puts his effort in.
Yeah, I feel like Megami can be crazy cracked. I don't know, I just feel like
Imagine if he perfects his domain expansion.
we don't see him fight himself. We just see his sorcery.
Yeah, but that's his power. Like his
Yeah.
power is doing the shadows.
He can,
But
he can summon familiars.
But they do say the entire time how insane he's at fighting, despite that being his ability, because he fights at close range, whereas most people who use Shishigamis or whatever they were called,
Shinigamis, probably.
no, that's death
that's
gods.
gods.
They were called like Shishigamis, which means familiars. Most people that use those, like fought from long range, they just let them do all the work. Wait, I kind of wanna talk a bit more about fight scenes because the Mojito versus Yuji one's great, but there's so many more that are insane.
One that I loved, right?
Go on.
Panda, right, versus Mekamaru, sorry.
I want to know what you like about that fight so much because
I know. I love how. Firstly, it's like at first you're like, oh, he's just a panda, I guess. But then you figure he's not just a panda. He's obviously one of the headmasters, cursed dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the fact that he has he's sentient in a good in a really well written way, and he has three fucking hearts to him.
The free cores, that was cool.
Yeah, and then he literally can switch between them. Obviously, the cores regenerate, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah, no, because they would have broken. Mechamaru would have destroyed the panda one and the. Did he destroy the gorilla one? Or...
I don't know.
He has He has the shy sister as well.
I presume it would be the president of the school who would go to Panda and probably just make another core.
Let's just sew him up.
But I don't know how the cores work because they are technically the hearts of his siblings that didn't make it. But I don't know whether those regenerate because they said that Panda has 2 siblings.
I don't know whether the siblings didn't make it.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about how cool it is that backstories are short, but I guess this also shows that they don't explain much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's the sort of thing where with Panda, I feel like it's to give Panda support. I guess the fact he knows that he's always with a family, like as if he has a family.
Well, I mean, they're used in attacking as well.
I know, but bro, when Gorilla Mode happened, when he went all Winston,
no, that was his brother.
I know, but that was like the full on. No, he knew his limits, and that's why I love how he knew what he had to do to make the most of this core.
Mm.
You know, it's a quick attack. You have to get your target and beat the shit out of him before this runs out.
I think that fight. I mean, I don't think a single Jujutsu Kaisen fight is bad. I think that's one of the ones that I didn't really enjoy that much, just because I didn't like Panda and Mechamaru were 2 of my lesser liked characters.
Yeah,
they didn't interest me that much. But I do like how it's a fight between 2 people who aren't really, neither of them are really human. To an extent.
It was sort of thing where the Mechamaru, obviously his controller, Muta.
He's completely almost dead.
Well, no, he's allergic. He's heavily allergic.
Oh, he's allergic.
He can't be in sunlight or anything. His skin can't take it, so he just sits in a bath all day.
Wait, I was confused. So because they said he was born without legs, right? But then he stands up in the bath at one point.
Well, if they made Mechamaru, I can imagine you give him prosthetic legs.
Yeah, but why if he's just going to sit in the bath all day?
Yeah.
I mean, we have legs.
Maybe he went on his stubs.
You can't say we have legs. We were born with them. We're not going to cut them off if we're not using them.
No. It's just you get tired, don't you? You're gonna have to sit down, and plus, I guess if he sits down, he's got better control.
I don't know, because even in scenes when he wasn't really fighting in general, he was always just shown that bath. I don't really know. That's something I just noticed.
And then you've also got Mechamaru versus the Tokyo school during the baseball match.
Dude, you must have loved Mechamaru.
No, it's not that. I just thought the fight isn't really looked at. People skim over the fight, and I think it's a really good fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I just didn't care enough about Panda. I thought that it was too much of a gimmick.
Well, no,
I thought it was cheap affection. Oh, cool Panda. Cool. Awesome. It's a panda that fights.
But doesn't all anime do that? Fairy Tail has Happy, Persona has Morgana, you've got this here.
One Piece has that little bugger.
But those aren't intrinsic. It's
Bunny Girl has Sakurajima.
I think
it's more intrinsic because they like pandas, but you don't know if you like freaking whatever the frick Morgana is.
A cat.
That's a cat.
It's a cat. So is Happy.
Isn't it a man's soul trapped in a?
They don't look like it.
By the way,
Because of the art style.
his thing, Happy is dead ass just a cat. His magic is the fact he can make wings.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like a cat.
That's his
I'm
magic.
saying he doesn't look like a regular cat. A panda literally is a panda.
Wait, no. Because that's like in the Persona world, he looks like what you see as Morgana, but in the real world, he looks like an ordinary cat.
Okay.
I think
But I see Morgana as in his whatever his form is.
I see what you're saying, but I think like that's just because it's better to animate them if they look if they're a bit more like, you know, they animate them so they look a bit more like human like.
Well, yeah.
Whereas a panda, you don't need to do that because they just animated him on his back two legs.
Yeah,
And there you go,
Yeah.
you're done.
Just like, oh, cool, panda.
Fair enough.
I
wasn't that critical of Panda, but
I want to talk about
I didn't like it that much either.
that is amazingly key to the plot, but I would still call a side character, and that's Sukuna.
Ah, Sukuna.
Because like he's a major plot point. However, you barely see him. You've heard mention of him. You see him sometimes. but
I
it's
don't
like,
understand him at all. Did they make the pact? I don't know.
yeah.
I think they did. I just expected it to be used within the first season.
Mm.
It's like, so what was the pact? That he just forgets about the pact?
He basically, the pact is Sukuna can anytime say extension, and then you'll get to take over Yuji's body for a minute. But another part of the contract is that Yuji will forget about making this pact. And in return, Yuji gets to fucking live. So
You remember they fought for it.
yeah, and
Wow.
Yuji got
getting
one tapped.
sliced.
Yeah, he got his. So like, that's it. Why the fuck? Why didn't he use it? Why did Sakura just
No,
not
because
do that?
like, Sukuna obviously only like because you saw Sukuna like he felt Megami's power being used when he used the unfinished domain.
Oh, so he's
Yeah.
scared that Megami would kill him.
No. He wants to fight
About that.
Megami on equal terms, and basically he doesn't use it because what benefit would he get of using it at any time? Basically, he's
Kill it.
no.
Kill someone.
I don't think that's worth it. It's just like, oh, extension kills one person.
Well,
Like, obviously he's like he hasn't
Oh,
had
yeah.
a reason to use it yet, and with Megami he's not gonna use it on Megami because he wants Megami to get stronger because that's the whole thing with his obsession with Megami. He just sees so much potential in him.
Although I am gonna have to say, I really think it's like a poor point to make it to like that Sukana's sort of obsessed with Megami because like Gojo's so much more powerful.
such a confusing.
Like, if it was Gojo, I can understand it. Because Gojo is basically right now the perfect Jujutsu sorcerer. His
Makes
domain expansion, which we'll talk about in a bit, hopefully. Like,
Yeah, we'll get there.
what is it? Infinite what?
Infinite
Void.
void.
Infinite
Yeah.
Void, yeah. Like that.
I think
It defeated an S class almost perfectly.
I see what you're saying, but I think it would have been so boring if he was into Gojo instead of Megami. Because if he was obsessed with Gojo, well done. So is everyone else. Like you've literally got the Kasumi girl who's obsessed with Gojo. You've got Mahito and his group obsessed with keeping Gojo out of their business. Then you've got
Congrats.
Sukuna who's like, oh yes, I want to fight Gojo. Like,
Congrats, you're a Jujutsu fan.
who's not obsessed with Gojo at this point?
It's like, I don't know how I feel about Sukuna because lore-wise, yeah, he's a villain. But like, just watching it, you know, it doesn't feel like a villain.
He doesn't
Just-
like he has a
just
powerful
bothered.
aura, but like, is he a
Yeah.
villain?
Yeah, he
This-
feels more like a nuisance more than anything.
You gotta keep one thing in mind, though. Like, this was just one season. There's gonna be so much more Jujutsu Kaisen, so
Yeah,
it would
true.
be a waste to just use up Sukuna already. Like, has to be a build up.
Wait, what did everybody rate it?
Oh, I gave
10.
it a 10.
I gave it a 9 because I don't know.
What
Because
do you
it
feel like
takes
it was lacking?
a reason.
Alright. Sukuna though. I do think he felt a little bit weak. As in, he lost most of his fights at the beginning, but they do say all of the time that he's not back at his full power, and then also
First fight was one finger.
yeah, like you got to keep in mind also as Yuji gets stronger, he'll surely get stronger, seeing as they're kind of the same fucking being. But I keep an open mind to the fact that first season they can't just use him instantly. But did you guys find it really convenient that he looked exactly like Yuji?
I don't think that's the fact of Sukuna. I think that's just because he's taken over Yuji's body.
See,
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I feel like Sukuna, once he's if I'm guessing they're gonna separate him from Yuji at some point.
See, I wondered that, but every single time they show him, even when they show him in a flashback, he looks the exact same as Yuji. Like every single time.
Well, that's the point.
Plus, why would he look the same as Yuji inside of like
His own soul.
Yeah.
It's Yuji's granddad.
in the past.
Oh yeah, son, I forgot to tell you.
Sukuna.
By the way,
I am Sukuna.
I genuinely forgot. By the time I finished Jujutsu Kaisen, I was thinking to myself, did Yuji have the eyelid things under his eyes the entire time, like since episode 1? Because I can't imagine him without them. He did not have them in episode 1.
He didn't.
He did.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't. I even went back to check a couple days ago.
It's literally like a curse mark for him.
Yeah, it's because that's where Sukuna's eyes obviously come out of.
Oh wow! Wow.
Those are Sukuna's eyelids.
Bro, he needs like 2 marks on his cheeks where Sukuna's mouth appears.
It did feel like they were always there, but I was like, it wouldn't make sense if they were there, but I can't remember them not being there. Because it's like it's like a trademark for Yuji.
Yeah.
Other than his pink hair.
Sukuna's a cheeky bastard. Right at the end, hey, Yuji, hold this finger for me. Sukuna.
I thought that was funny. But
But
I'm happy because, dude, with so many fingers, I'm just like, why don't they just feed them to Yuji? But they do. I mean, it makes sense. They do say how they don't want to, like, one single finger could topple over the threshold of where Yuji can no longer control Sukuna.
yeah.
So it does make sense why they're cautious of it. But like at this point, they've teased us with so many fingers, and I'm just like, dude, let him eat some. Just let him eat some.
Let him eat.
Did you guys think it was the sister school tournament thing? Did you guys? Most anime have like tournament arcs, but I thought it was really soon for one in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, I was
like straight after the first half.
Because there's been one big fight with the main 3, and that was at the prison, and that's where Yuji dies, and then he comes back in time for the tournament arc. I thought that was really funny. It really worked, though.
Yeah, it did work because like there's a whole month. It's like okay, at least it's not a week.
It was like a good way, because I think if Yuji, just for the sake of the tournament, was getting stronger, I think that wouldn't have felt as impactful as if, he died, he came back, and then he wants to be stronger. As well as training for the tournament. I think that was so much more impactful. Plus, I think the sister school exchange event thing, I think what it did really well is introduce so many new characters to the show. Like, it opened up the universe of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Because who's everyone's favorite character from the sister school?
From Kyoto, was it?
Miwa.
Yeah, Miwa Kasumi for sure.
And then
name.
Todo's pretty cool. I like him.
Todo's cool. Yeah, I think it'll just be Todo.
Oh, the other people are just a bit annoying. A bit.
Oh, I do like Momo.
What do you think about Mai?
Who's Momo?
The witch.
Oh, I think she's just a brat.
I actually think she was so much more down to earth than I expected. She was like, she just couldn't be asked like with a lot of shit, but I don't think she was that bratty. I think I've seen so many like bratty characters in anime, and she did not hit those like
Oh yeah.
notes for me.
She just seemed annoying.
What, guys?
My
My, that's the one with the glasses, right?
No, that's
no,
his sister.
that's Maki. Mai's the sister who
That's his
has a
sister.
gun, has a revolver.
Yeah,
I
but
just didn't like her.
infuses it with cursed energy.
I
I
just thought she was, I don't know, lacking.
I thought she was alright. I love her fight with Maki. Not even because of Maki makes the entire fight. Because
Maki is awesome.
Maki is awesome. I love the choreography for that fight because you've just got Mai like stood back with the revolver firing, and then you've got Maki just running from tree to tree, from bush to bush, like just jumping, making her waste all her bullets. And the final one, she fucking just sliced in half.
Yeah.
Before she then, made that one bullet with cursed energy that she can do like one every 24 hours, was it?
Yeah.
And she just caught it with a bare hand. I thought that was so fucking cool. The fight was just so dynamic, like the angles and everything. Oh my god.
I feel like what I don't really like is just making characters, even though it may make another character look strong, it just makes another character just stupidly just powerless. It's like her whole thing is making that bullet, and then it's just oh, you can just counter it. Oh, okay. It makes it just so useless.
But they did. Yeah, but if you look deeper into it, Mai never really wanted to be a Jujutsu sorcerer, whereas it was Maki's passion. Maki wanted to show her strength. So it's good that it showed the power difference between them because that's kind of how it is in their relationship and everything.
It shows the motivation in.
Yeah.
Like, I think the clan format's interesting. How they've
Clan
made it. Yeah, Jujutsu.
Zenin.
There's a sorcerer clans. So, like the Zenin clan.
I feel like none of them were explained other than they touched a little bit on Zenin. But they basically said that every black-haired character in that show is from the Zenin clan. They're like, Mai, Maki, Megami meddled with them.
What about
I feel like everybody
Noritoshi?
is-
Everyone has some connection to the Zenin clan. Don't even need to know what the others are. Everyone's been to Zenin here.
Oh, I know Yuji could be part of the Zenin clan.
Yuji doesn't know that he's part of the Zenin clan yet.
Sakuna is part of the Zenin clan.
If you dye your hair black, you're part of the Zenin clan.
Sakuna was the founder of the Zenin clan.
Yo, do you know Kiyotaka? Zenin clan.
Who's Kiyotaka?
He's the guy with the glasses that drives him around.
Oh, he was cool. A few more, just a couple more fights that I really want to mention because I don't want to go without talking about them. I thought every single fight with Megami was just so fucking cool. It was done like they were beautiful.
Even the
Fights in
prison
Jujutsu Kaisen were beautiful. Which one?
The prison one where he's going against Stinky.
Sukuna or the demon?
Sukuna.
Yeah, that one was sick. He did get pummeled, but that doesn't matter. That was sick. And him against Todo.
Yeah.
He did get pummeled again the first time, but it was still sick. And yeah, I don't know, in the prison, oh my god, it was so cool. I don't know, Megami. I love the main three characters. I have genuinely so little to say about them complaints wise. Before we get to the big Gojo versus Jogo, the Hanami fight with Yuji and Todo.
That was cool, but so long.
I loved it. I loved every second. I think if you can love a fight that much, it does.
I feel it was a perfect fight. It's exactly what a fight should be. But I don't know. I just don't care.
This isn't really about the fight, but what gender does everyone think Hanami is?
I'd say neutral.
He's male.
Is it not just a curse?
It's referred to as a he. It's voiced by a female, but it's referred to as a he everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel it's just like a nature spirit.
Yeah, but do you think? Yeah, but in that sense, mojito would also be gender neutral.
I know, but I mean, he was obviously
Yeah, I'm down to agree that it's a he. I looked everywhere, even on the wiki, to be sure, and yeah, everywhere says it's a he.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, Todo's power was so cool. It was so hard to like keep up with, but it was so cool because I love the mind games that he played. Because like every time he clapped his hands, he would switch with someone. You don't know who he's switching with. He could switch with Hanami to give an opportunity for Yuji, or he could switch with Yuji, so Hanami wouldn't know what's coming. And then later, it just introduced the element of like, even if he claps his hands, it doesn't mean he's using his power. And then it introduced, even if he's clapping his hands, he actually doesn't need to switch with himself. He can just switch to other people. It's such an OP power if you can use it well. But I was thinking, like, if I was in his, like, shoes, my brain would melt if I was trying to use that. Like, he was making such quick decisions. Just like, oh, yes, this...
You made how many calculations?
It's like, yeah, Yuji's doing a right hook, so he switches with Hanami, so then Yuji can right hook where he was before. It was crazy, but it was so good. And then Hanami in the end got fucked by not even them, by Gojo.
I think he just moves him out of the way quickly, and it's like Gojo's ability just shreds through the forest.
Yeah, it was insane. I thought it was crazy. I didn't think Gojo was gonna be that destructive about it. I thought he was gonna teleport to them like he did to the old man.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'd like to say that old man fight. I was hoping for more. I wasn't interested in it, but I was at least hoping for more. Because, you know, in the second opening, the final, like, shot is, like, someone just plays the guitar.
Yeah, it's
and then later you find out it's the old man.
I love it.
Yeah, so I was so excited to see him actually use it, but he didn't. But also, I really didn't like the guy who wanted to make a coat hanger. That was just so annoying.
That was weird.
So I was so happy when Gojo just tore up his limbs. Which will later return to normal, I'd like to say. Whether that was intentional or an error, I don't know.
What do you mean?
He was sat down in like a chair normally with his limbs just perfectly normal.
Yeah, he's a cursed spirit.
Was the coat hanger guy cursed spirit?
No, it was a sorcerer.
I mean, can he imbue himself with cursed energy?
I don't know. Maybe Gojo was even the one to reverse it. Like, I don't know. How, it's hard to tell how people's abilities works because it's limitless. Like, you don't know the widths, the lengths of people's like abilities. You don't know what the limits of them. Okay, I think that's enough. We can talk about Gojo versus Jogo.
Before that, I actually want to talk about a character.
Who
who I think is a gem in the whole thing, and that is Togi. Togi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Inumaki Togi.
How can I not remember who that was?
Inumaki, the guy who can't talk.
Oh,
Yeah, well, he can talk. It's just he's got to watch his words because he can. Because I don't know whether it's like no matter what he says, it's imbued with cursed energy.
Yeah, I think it is as long as it's a verb.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all he says is sort of salmon, tuna.
He says chair, and a chair disappears right in front of him.
Dude, Inumaki was so cool because
When the first time he used it.
dude, when he actually, because they obviously made him for the entire time just use the onigiri flavors or whatever, onigiri ingredients. Sorry,
Shakti.
dude, when he actually started speaking, when he spoke for the first time, I was screaming. When it got to the part where he was fighting against Hanami and he was speaking like continuously, I was like jumping around everywhere. I was like, no way, no fucking way, this is so cool. I liked it. I liked it so much.
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw the first OP and it showed him, I thought he was gonna be an antagonist.
I thought he was Gojo.
No, because with the mouth markings, I felt like, oh, he's gonna have an ability that's gonna really threaten Yuji or something. No, he's just a thingy. He's just a second year.
Yeah, dude, but he was so cool. I by the way, one of my favorite scenes from Jujutsu Kaisen is them running away from Hanami. It was animated so well with them running. It was so cool, despite the fact it was literally just them running. um, yeah, no, he was so well done. But I'm really worried that from now on, like, his ability may not be as impactful. But only time will tell. Also, I literally found that out 5 seconds ago. Apparently, he is going to be in Jujutsu Kaisen 0. But we'll cover that later because I feel like there'll be so much to say about that. Alright, we had a short break, but we're back. Last thing we talked about was Inumaki Toge, but we more or less wore that topic out, so we can move on to the next thing, which I think we should talk about Gojo, because that's what we were going to talk about before we go on to Toge. Gojo and Jogo, and in general Gojo. What do you want to cover first? The fight, you get it out of the way?
The Kakashi of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Is it just like coincidence or on purpose that it's Gojo and Jogo?
Yeah, I'd assume it's coincidence, seeing as Jogo is not that relevant of a character in my eyes.
I mean, he's part of like the demon squad that's trying to,
Yeah, but he's not
ruin
that strong.
the world.
They did tell him literally like there's no way he'd be able to defeat Gojo.
Yeah.
I know. He is an S class though, so it's not like he's not strong. I mean, you saw his domain.
Yeah, that is true, but they do literally say how just because he's rated an S class, it means fuck all, because it just means you're really strong. But like really strong is very vague. You could be really strong, or you could be stupid, world-breaking strong, and you're still rated as an S class. Like, it's the same thing.
You're above a certain strength. However, from that, the difference between the strongest and the weakest in S class is massive.
Yeah. Like, it's just there would need to be its own list of rankings within the S class.
Yeah.
What was it? It wasn't called the S class. I don't remember what it was. I don't think it was called S class. But
First class, special class.
Yeah, special class. Yeah.
Class, that's
Which
what I'm calling it.
Shortened down to S class, I suppose. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So what do I want to say?
Well, yeah. What is there to say? What do you want to go through first?
This isn't really much of a topic. It's just something I noticed. Gojo's outfit.
Yeah.
I think it looks so cool in the anime. But have you ever seen people trying to cosplay it? I think his outfit is near impossible to look good, like IRL. It's in the anime, it's such a simple outfit, yet it looks so good on him. And then in real life, it just looks like, yes, I am wearing a long sleeve shirt and trousers.
Yeah, the only good cosplays I'm seeing are just people that don't bother with the long neck and just go for a normal black shirt.
That's what I do every day. I'm Gojo, guys. Gojo cosplay.
It's like most of they'll just go for like his glasses look. That one, is that what you're on about? Yeah.
Yeah, but no, some people do have like a slightly longer neck, which if you have it like shortish, I think it works.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't pull it off completely, but most of them don't look as good as you'd hope. Plus, wearing the blindfold must be a bit of a pain.
Who
would
you cosplay?
What's up?
Who would you cosplay?
Out of Jujutsu Kaisen? Tempting. I do have experience wearing skirts.
Would you do the rose as well, like the rose pattern?
Dude, oh my god, that was so cool. I wouldn't do Nobara because I already saw someone cosplay Nobara, and I don't think I could look anywhere near close enough to that. It was such a good cosplay. I loved it so much, but honestly, Toge's a very cool cosplay idea because it's very down to earth, but then again, so are all Jujutsu Kaisen ones. I'd say, but he still has a lot of like originality to it. I've never had a Jujutsu Kaisen character who like I would consider to have like a stupidly good design, like visually. They're very memorable. Like, you know, you remember them. They're memorable, and they are unique, definitely. But they're not like, you know, so outside of the box.
It's literally uniform, so
Yeah, it's just a uniform. But wow, Gojo has a blindfold. Nobara has a skirt.
The witch has a broom.
Megumi has long hair, kind of.
The panda's a panda.
By the way, Megumi says... No, go on.
Yuji has a hood.
No, he has eyelids.
Yes, and a hood.
Yeah, he has that
and a
red
red
hood.
hood, you're right. Megumi said, by the way, is not that long in the manga. Every shot I've seen of him in the manga, I prefer the anime style. I love that long hair. I also love how Gojo's hair like reaches the sky when he's got the blindfold on. Then he takes it off and it's just average length, average length while it's down.
Bro, like Megumi in the anime is pre-COVID and then after COVID haircut for the manga.
The anime actually depicts hair growth. Nobody gets a haircut.
You guys just keep talking. I'll go grab another beer.
Wait, so who would you cosplay, Connor?
Here's the thing, alright, you gotta think about your limit, how you. I'm thinking Yoshinobu.
Yoshinobu.
You know who Yoshinobu is? All I'm gonna say,
Is that the guy with the red?
I need to learn how to play guitar.
Oh my god! You're gonna be an old man.
No, honestly, if I had to choose anyone, and I want to be sort of good at art, so I can do a bit of like face paint for this. But Toge.
But who's that again?
Shake.
Literally the same person that I said.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I know him more as Inumaki.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I guess. See, the character. Oh, bro, Nanami.
Oh
Nanami,
yeah, that'd be.
I was thinking of saying Nanami while I was downstairs, but I don't know if I could pull off a suit.
Right. Also, like I had to, every time I had the cosplay on, I'd be squinting my eyes to keep those glasses on because they don't go around his ears.
Oh,
I'd have to. It's like when you have a monocle and you have to sort of like keep your eye tightened around it.
It's like Morpheus from Matrix.
All right, Gojo or Nanami? Who's the better teacher?
Nanami.
Better teacher. I mean, I guess Gojo because he actually wants to be a teacher.
Well, I think
he
Nanami
is a teacher.
Yeah, and Nanami literally doesn't care.
Right. I think Gojo was really good for, you know, showing Yuji like how to control his power and how to get stronger. Nanami was there to teach the fundamentals and the theory side of things. You know, the mindset, get him in the mindset.
Do you think Gojo was just OP at the start? He was just OP anyway. Like from birth, he was just OP.
I think that surely there must have been something that, like, you know.
Hold on, guys. We're looking over the best teacher here that taught Yuji basically everything he knows now. Todo. I'm not wrong, am I?
I mean,
Best of friendo.
Best of friendo.
Black Flash.
Yeah, the Black Flash. No, that's now his move, and the fact he can do it so many times, even during that sort of like I guess
zone.
The zone period.
Black Flash is everyone's move, though, isn't it?
Everyone
can pull it off, just different extents.
Yeah, it's a
in a way
powerful move that uses a lot of curse energy.
But he can just pump them out.
But Yuji can, Yuji can keep going. Whether that's to do with him being superhuman or Sukuna's puppet, don't know.
That's the thing. I'm always confused. Like, is it because it's Yuji, or is it because he's just got a curse?
I think that's a cool element, though, because I think, depending on how you interpret it, it can be either, like, really impressive or actually really sad. Because I think at the beginning of the show, Sukuna does almost everything for Yuji.
Yeah.
But then after Yuji dies and comes back, he wants to get stronger so he can do something about it himself. So he doesn't have to rely on Sukuna. And so him making that pact with Sukuna is like the last time he really relied on Sukuna in season 1, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like, well, why would Sukuna give him power? So I like to hope. I'm hopeful that it is him doing it. Like the reason why he can do it is because it is Yuji, and not just because he has a curse in him.
Exactly, but there could be the sad truth that it might literally all be just because of Sukuna.
I mean, we'll never know because he's got to die. He has to die.
What, Yuji?
Yuji. Yes, I wanted to bring this up as well. Yeah, he's still meant to die eventually.
I know, but the thing is, the whole point is he's all right with dying as long as it's a respectable death with people he loves.
Yeah, that is true, but it's just so funny because like you kind of forget about it, and Yuji almost acts like that's not a thing.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna find a way to separate him. To be honest,
I feel like anime, anime style, they have to.
Say it is just like Sukuna's powers. Like Yuji's gonna be zapped.
How many has he eaten already?
Oh God, that's actually
7.
I have not kept track.
I think he's 8.
I don't think it's been 7. He's in like 3.
He had one. No. He had one in the first fight when he actually first sort of.
One at the prison.
No. He ate one while Gojo had captured him. Gojo fed him one. One at the prison. Yeah.
Didn't they just feed him one just because?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think
that was the Gojo one.
They didn't feed them any during the sister school thing because obviously the whole point was that they were taking the fingers from them. Because either way, they weren't going to feed them to Yuji, but now the bad guys have them. So he's only eaten 4 because the 4th one was literally in the final episode.
Guys, who's the real bad guys here? Is it the bad guys or is it the teachers that are trying to kill Yuji?
Well,
the higher ups, as they refer to them.
The higher ups.
Well, I mean, actually, you can't really blame them.
No, I don't think.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they have a purpose. They want to get rid of as much as Sukuna while they can.
Shit, this curse that we thought that we had, sealed away has come back in a person and could turn out at any point they like.
Well, yeah, no, but they were still very wary of the cursed items. I mean, actually, were they? Because they were able to unwrap and literally the occult club in the high school just got a finger somehow.
I wonder.
Yeah, it was just in there.
No, they just took it out and it's like, all right, let's just peel this open. It's a little burrito here.
Just ate it.
Did you guys find Gojo funny?
Yeah.
He's
because
alright.
he has that very typical anime cocky humor, So I was wondering whether whether you found it funny or annoying. I thought it was.
I didn't find it annoying.
Okay, I never thought it was annoying, but I don't think all of his jokes really landed.
Oh, no, they don't land.
I think my favorite was during when they find out that the bad guys attacked the school, and he just goes to the old guy who's been this entire time scheming to kill Yuji, and he just goes, "Oh, let's go, Gramps! It's time for a walk!" And he's shouting at him so you can hear him. It was so funny.
It's been a while since I watched. Really has actually. It's been maybe 1 or 2 months.
What did you think on the 2 different takes on Yuji's at first delayed cursed energy punch?
I thought that was so cool. I was like, oh, that's sick. That'd be so cool.
I know Gojo supported it, but then Todo, he was like, no, not to your full potential. You're not controlling it. You're letting it flow like normal, like you're not trying to.
That was a little bit confusing because when Gojo was speaking to him, he made it out as a good thing. I mean, he never said that it can't be better, but he did say that there was some good aspect to it. As in, they won't expect it. It'll be a surprise. Yeah. But, Todo did show him not only that, but also how to Black Flash and stuff. So,
yeah.
In the end, he did come out stronger.
I feel like Gojo, when he was teaching Yuji, wasn't doing it to make him as strong as he can be, but strong enough to defend himself. He wasn't for
sure, yeah.
all in on the training. He was just
they had limited time. He taught him only so much.
We can't ignore the best training arc of all time: watching movies.
Oh, bro.
Guys, come on. This is why we watch stuff, so we can train.
I loved how many references there was to actual movies.
Oh yeah. I loved it.
Do you remember any? I actually don't. I wish I remembered.
Was there Breakfast Club references?
Was
Or is that...
there?
No, that's Transformers.
There wasn't. Okay, not related to Jujutsu Kaisen, but even in Transformers, they weren't really references. That was straight up part of the movie.
And there was other thingy references. There were like anime references and everything.
Yeah, there was that bit where they talked
Naruto.
about the Rasengan and the Spirit
Yeah.
Gun and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
It's like, it's just such a weird way to train. Well, it was more about sustaining his cursed energy.
Yeah, it's
It's funny.
It's essentially just literally being able to like control his emotion.
It's just like, oh, I mean, yeah, I guess you could just watch movies, huh?
I mean, look, if it works, it works.
Yeah. It's just so funny.
I actually have a few interesting facts to say about Jujutsu Kaisen. So, I mean, obviously it was made by Studio Mappa, probably one of the biggest animation studios out there. Sorry, it was animated by Mappa. It was produced by Toho Animation. Or, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. It's actually crazy to think that it started coming out October 3rd, 2020.
Dude, it took so long.
Yeah, it only finished March 27th, so not even a full month ago from when we're recording this.
To 5 months.
Yeah,
Well, wait, it went in October,
October 3rd.
so the start of October. So you count October itself as well.
It's like 6 months now.
Well, that makes sense. It's 26
Yeah.
episodes.
Mm.
Is that
24.
25?
What another thing that I thought was interesting. It's got a 17 plus rating on, 17 plus age rating.
Really?
Yeah, it does. Which interested me because like a lot of anime doesn't really have that high ratings. It's like 13 plus for most shows.
Yeah. It's like teens, but this is almost adults.
Yeah, and the two reasons for it are literally violence and profanity, which is like, as I said, every show that has a 13 plus rating has violence and profanity as well.
My Hero Academia, literally, back again, is the most swearing motherfucker in the world.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just so. That's just about kids, though. It's
Yeah,
more
Jujutsu Kaisen
child themes in My Hero Academia, but Jujutsu Kaisen
definitely didn't seem like it was targeted at kids.
I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to anime, I don't really look at ages. I don't really look at like, oh, this is the age rating for it.
No, I
just
didn't.
watch
I
it.
didn't look at it. Obviously, none of us do. No one does.
Yeah, no.
It's just I was looking up Jujutsu Kaisen to find out some stuff about it. Yeah, I thought that was just somewhat interesting. What average rating do you think it has on my anime list?
I'd say between 9 and 10.
9.2.
9.2. And what do you think, Connor?
Oh, if I had to give it an exact point, I'd say probably 9.4, 9.5.
Okay. That's wild. Both of you said ratings higher than any anime on my anime list actually has.
Oh yeah.
The highest.
You gotta remember there's people that just...
Wait, isn't Fullmetal Alchemist like 9.1?
9.18, yeah, 9.18. And Jujutsu Kaisen is 8.79, so 8.8.
That's large.
Which is really high. That's really high for my anime list standards.
Well, it made it to the top anime, like, I think top 30 or top 20.
I wonder if it's still there. I can find out. It is. It's 27th highest.
27, yeah.
Was Jujutsu Kaisen like a really popular manga?
Yes, it was known for being really good. I can't tell whether it was popular. I know it was really good because I was looking into it before I found out it was getting animated. And I only really look at stuff that I hear a lot about. And speaking of the manga, currently there is 15 volumes, which is 133 chapters. The anime ends around the 63rd chapter, so more like just before the halfway point. Uh,
Oh wow.
well, okay.
So it's still.
There's still a lot of
process.
material out, like, that they could go through. And it's not finished, obviously. Also, should mention, it's written and illustrated by Gege Akutami. Just feel like, worth saying.
Yeah.
No, not the Gege. No, Kitaro or whatever the fuck opening. At least I'm assuming it ends on the 64th chapter, because I had a quick look and it was titled Accomplices, same as the final episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, season 1. So it only makes sense.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, by the way, it started in 2018, March 5th, 2018. That's when Jujutsu Kaisen manga started coming out. Like, that's not even that long ago.
They've done a lot though. Like, no, with that kind of stuff though, it's a weekly shonen, isn't it?
Can't be certain, but it seems
It's-
like it. If there's
Yeah,
that many chapters already.
Most mangas like a week, they'll do like a pilot manga, which is like a one-shot story.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
includes a
same
lot
thing.
of aspects.
Same thing happened with Attack on Titan. Yeah.
Well, if it
That's
That's what Attack on Titan 0 is. If
if
you've ever read
it,
it.
if it started in 2018, then that's 3 years, so 150 weeks. Well, 153 weeks, but
I'd say probably in the 160s.
So they took a couple of breaks, is what we're saying, but that's fair enough.
yeah.
I
Well, they
think-
probably started like halfway through the year rather than the whole year.
Yeah, I mean, I find it admirable as is to that they can produce shit like this weekly. That is insane to me.
The process.
I think one of the main reasons why Jujutsu Kaisen became so popular when the anime came out is as we said, it was like a really big manga as is, but it stuck so much to the manga, to the original like source. It was such a great adaptation.
So is almost everything or everything is in the anime.
I dare say everything.
So if I wanted to actually read it, I might as well just read afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't read it. I'm going off of the little to no research that I did.
Yeah.
And stuff that I've heard.
I think I may read it. Maybe. Well, I'll see.
But yeah, it's fucking amazing. Something that we should have touched upon a lot sooner. The opening and ending songs.
Yeah. So the bands they use are actually very popular.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got
To state all of them. Opening one's Kai Kai Kitan by Eve. Opening two's Vivid Vice by Huya Extended. Ending one's obviously Lost in Paradise by Ali featuring Aklo. And then ED2's Give It Back by Koshuni.
like there's only one band I didn't like. One one band or singer that I didn't know.
And is that Eve?
That's who you extended.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've listened to all of them before Jujutsu Kaisen came out. Eve, I listened to quite a bit, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Koshuni, obviously, that's just been a huge
Yeah,
one.
that's one of yours.
And Huya Extended, I only knew because of they did Psychopath stuff. And then Ali was literally just because of Beastars. Beastars OP, that's the only reason.
Oh, he did that as well.
Yeah, Wildside for Beastars.
But the thingy Wildside is a really good song.
It is.
I prefer OP1.
I was gonna ask which ones you preferred. How about you, Connor?
OP1.
I'm an OP2 sucker. It felt like they were getting ready for some big shit to go down. Cause when they do like all those cool shots of them like all like next to each other, and then the dynamic shots of Nanami walking, and you got to see
Anime walking, my
the-
favorite part.
the Kyoto school, like that girl that Gojo knew, the girl with the scar, the Kyoto teacher. Yeah, there was like a bit where she looked like almost lost in the forest.
In the forest.
I was like, dude, the OP,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but it looks so fucking cool.
I know. I love the animations because it's like they use like a sort of 3D ish.
Yeah, it looked very alive.
Yeah.
Dude, that. Oh.
It was
I
so
would
good.
say that the
It's-
visuals are better in OP2,
Yeah.
in OP1. I just prefer the song in OP1.
It's slightly increased the frames for a bit.
If I had to go by song, I think I'd probably go with Kakai Kitan, yeah. Kakai Kitan.
Visuals definitely.
But I did love Vivid Vice. It was just
If
so
we're
cool.
talking about visuals, Lost in Paradise.
Austin, it's the
Oh,
Paradise.
Oh, you gotta love it.
The dance.
If the song it plays way too often, and I'm sick of hearing it.
I'm not.
I'm still not.
Here's the thing. You've watched it recently. I instantly took a break from listening to it for a while because it's like I don't want to hate this song, so I'm gonna listen to it sparsely.
See, I didn't listen to it. I tried not to listen to it much until I started Jujutsu Kaisen, and I listened to it, like fucking 9 times in one day, in one sitting. But I still love it. It's so good.
I think it just
so many
randomly
memes
came
came
up.
out of it.
I think it just randomly came up on my YouTube, and now it's in every single
Yes.
playlist. Every single one. I listened to it without my consent, and now I'm sick of it. I mean, I still bop to it, but that's if I'm in a good mood.
Bop to it.
But-
Nice.
What do you
But-
think about the visuals in Thingy? Give it back.
Oh, it was so sad. Like, it was heartwarming but sad
Yeah.
almost.
I love the song.
Yeah, I think the song was sad. The visuals were so heartwarming.
I know it's Yuji. This is probably like the first connection he's felt to people.
Yeah,
properly.
dude. When he looks at all of them, just in shock, it was like, oh, look at all these friends he's made. They're all just kicking
what-
sand.
I like how it is all through his.
Oh,
camera,
but
camera.
But Yuji wasn't alone. He literally had friends
Yeah,
in
but
his old school,
oh,
which he never said
No,
anything
no.
about to them. He never said goodbye. It's just
the
now
two
they
people,
are.
the two people in the occult club.
Yeah.
I mean, they were friends because they were in the same club. I'd say. I mean, no, look, yeah, they were friends, but like, that was before his grandfather died, so he didn't really focus on that stuff, I guess, as much.
Well, I mean, I guess we wouldn't know.
I suppose we wouldn't. Maybe that was the second time he's ever seen them.
So they're still doing introductions.
Plus, I mean, like, he's got these two friends in the occult club that, like, yeah, they bonded over occult shit. But, like, then he's got these people who they've literally bonded over their lives with. So I
And let's be
guess,
honest,
I
they
guess
are
it's a bit
the occult,
different.
though.
Yeah.
They are literally the occult.
Yeah, they are.
What's everyone's favorite Lost in Paradise meme? Like Lost in Paradise, like alternate version that someone's made.
Okay.
We're
Someone's made
We're not
her.
going to talk about the stick, man.
Oh, I'm not on about. Okay, so to give context, I commissioned this random person I found on Fiverr that did like very basic animation. And I saw their animation. I was like, oh, this is really not that good. So this is perfect for me. I commissioned them to animate a stick figure doing the Lost in Paradise dance, at least Yuji's part of it. And it came out so much better than I expected. I loved it so much. I tipped them and everything. It was literally.
Funny.
I just use it as an outro for my Twitch stream. But I love it. But that's not what I'm referring to. I'm on about the Attack on Titan ones, the Hololive English ones. Like, have you seen any of those?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I've
the
seen
Hololive VN one's really good as well.
There's a
They
Bleach
made it-
one,
they did
but
it in
that
footsteps.
there's a Bleach one, but I don't really know fuck all about
No, me
Bleach.
neither.
So that one didn't hit me
but
much.
Anything I don't understand, I stayed away from.
The JoJo's one is the best.
The JoJo's one.
The
even
JoJo's
though-
one's really good as well, though.
I love it.
It's hard to pinpoint which one I like the most. Not the Attack on Titan one. It's between the JoJo's and the whole live English. Because I think those are
Really?
the two that were done the best. I'll be real with you. In the JoJo's one, the only scene that I really, really liked was Jolene.
Really?
Dude, I mean, no, all the other scenes were really good, but the only one that really, really stood out to me was Jolene. In the whole live English one, like, I can remember almost the entire video.
Bro, I remember there's like there's literally a part 8 reference in there, and it's so.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, bro, I'm so glad they did that.
Hey, look, maybe my mind will change after I read JoJolion, but we'll see.
You get to it, boy.
All right. Well, did we talk about domain expansion, Infinite
We
Void?
have
Yeah,
not, we have not
we
talked about domain
mentioned-
expansion at all.
We did. Oh yeah, let's talk about JoJo. So who would you
Yeah,
cosplay?
bro, I'd be happy to talk about JoJo's for literally like a 10-hour fucking podcast, but we need to get to domain expansion.
Topic for another episode. We'll get to JoJo's one day. All right.
Yeah.
I guess let's start with just domain expansion on its own. We'll get to Infinite Void.
All right. Wait. So, on the whole, what did you think of it? I mean, I thought it was awesome.
I love the concept.
I thought it's such a cool original idea, and it's so stylized.
But for me, it's not that I don't understand it. It's just so hard to grasp.
Not when
just-
your domain expansion's made of hands.
No, but like the infinity, like,
Well, it's sort they capture them in like an orb sort of thing, which is their domain, I guess. And then in that orb,
Yeah.
it's as if it's like a pocket dimension sort of.
Wait, are you on about Infinity as in Gojo's Infinity ability, or as Infinite Void? Which one are you referring to right now?
his ability.
Because his ability is the fact that, like, no matter what, I'm trying to remember. I understood it so well when I was watching it. It's like, it's him basically, like, it's like there's such a gap between them. Like, it's so hard to explain, man. If I was
Like
to,
you can
Oh,
half
that's
it
it, yeah.
infinitely.
it's like he will get there eventually. He'll just keep getting slower and slower. But he would get to him eventually. But, you know, his
Yeah.
ability is essentially just like, imagine like drawing an outline around Gojo, and that is his infinity.
It's like
It's plot armor.
it's- yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
plot armor.
literally plot armor.
Physical plot armor.
It's like there's no debate on like how OP he is. He just is. He just
that-
is OP.
Literally, the first step of all their plans is we'll have to like disarm Gojo.
I don't even.
Not even kill, just disarm.
Where do you even begin with the Gojo? He's just. You just can't comprehend his power.
You'd have to somehow break an infinite barrier.
Well,
think-
apparently it's super
How?
weak on the outside.
But no, that's just the domain expansion itself. Even with like Gojo, I'm pretty sure without having a domain expansion, he still has a barrier around him.
Did they say Gojo's domain was really weak on the outside?
No, it's just
But-
in general when they were doing the Mojito fight, Yuji was able to break into Mojito's domain. And,
Yeah,
like, it's a
but
thing where it's made to capture and kill victims
It's-
inside
yeah,
the domain.
but they explained that before, how they can balance it. They can make it
It's
so
like-
it's tough to
Hmm.
break in.
It's more like if whoever makes the domain, it depends on where the focus is. I think if the inside of the domain is like crazy powerful,
Then it'll be really weak
Well,
to break in. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, which is why like you
But-
just go into Gojo's, like you
Let's
just
be
walk
honest.
in.
If Sukuna wasn't threatening Mojito, and Yuji broke into that domain, they'd both be dead.
Mm.
Oh, but one thing you also have to keep in mind, and I feel like this is a really forgettable detail. Domain expansion isn't just like a really cool ability. It guarantees that you will land at least one attack. And that can be so insanely powerful, especially with Mojito. If Mojito didn't fuck around with Yuji and Sukuna, as you said, like that, he would have killed someone there. Probably not
I know.
Yuji, because they didn't want to kill Yuji, but Nanami thankfully managed to get out of there alive. I thought he was gonna die.
I know, bro. If Nanami dies, I swear. man.
Nanami was
Nah.
ready to die. Like, Nanami already had a couple cool episodes of being sick. I was like, there's no way they're gonna get out. Like, how is Yuji gonna get out of this? And then Jujutsu Kaisen just gives you the simplest possible explanation. Yuji just breaks in.
You know that Nanami is also the same person as House Husband.
The same voice actor.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can understand that. They're
Nice.
both. I mean, Nanami does give off slight Yakuza vibes.
And then you know only that, what's it? He's also the same voice actor as that one guy in Domestic Girlfriend, who also used to be in the Yakuza.
Right, the guy at the gay bar.
Yeah.
Or the gay,
Excuse me?
no, the gay guy at the bar.
The gay bar, the gay.
Anyway,
Oh my, he does have a large list of thingy.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, he's thingy. He's Overhaul.
In My
from
Hero.
My Hero.
Really?
Yeah, his voice is Overhaul.
Wow. He sounds a lot younger. But then again, he's got a mask. So I guess that's.
Then again, it's a voice actor, so he can probably alter his
yeah.
voice.
Now,
It would be
Wind
weird
it
if he
back.
just sounded the exact same in every single anime.
winding it back, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Infinite Void. I love the idea of the ability because it's like a JoJo's level of ability. It's like
It's
it's like
Vanilla Ice.
no, it's not.
Speaking of JoJo's, he's voiced two people in JoJo's.
Those being
Buford from part 1
right, yeah.
and Tiziano from part 5, which
Yeah.
I believe
Talking
was it
Head?
Talking Head? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Infinite Void. It's like an ability from like part 5, or actually it reminds me of what happened to Cars. That's like the simplest thing. It's like you're presented with like infinite knowledge, infinite information, and literally knowing everything makes you unable to do anything. You just stop thinking almost.
So that scene from Indiana Jones.
Actually, no, you stop doing everything except for thinking, and that's when Gojo obviously just plucks his head off and then just tosses it. And then Hanami comes in like the big boy he is and swoops Togo away. Togo? No, Jogo.
Hanami's cool as a character.
I like
Hanami's
him.
Watch yourself.
I'll just call it an it.
Hey, pronouns.
I don't care. It's a curse.
Them.
Yeah, but so is
It's a-
Mojito.
Just say them.
Yeah, and he's a curse.
Yeah, and he's a he.
Yeah, but
You
he's
just
a
referred
human.
to him as a curse. You just said he's a curse.
Well, Hanami is not human looking.
Right.
But they are male.
Too bad.
Alright, dude. Look, when you get shouted at for getting someone's pronouns wrong, I ain't gonna be there to back you up.
Well, I hope that nobody is defending a curse.
Why would we?
I'm on the verge of it, so.
Why? I never thought my enemy would be you.
James, take one more step and you're done.
Dude,
not going
just
back on the podcast.
yeah, don't mess with me. You don't want to see my domain expansion. Was there any other cool domain expansions? I mean, Mojito's fucking Jesus, man, that was so cool. Just
the
hands
hand
everywhere.
animation. The hand animation is the domain was being created.
Before I watched Jujutsu Kaisen, I saw this screenshot of him with hands in his mouth, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I want to find out the context, and it ended up being equally as cool as it looked.
One domain expansion I liked was actually Jogo's one, and I feel like it's the reason why no one really talks about it is because it's so overshadowed by Gojo's Infinite Void.
Yeah, because Gojo's just like, "No, mine's more powerful."
He's like, nah.
What
Wait,
did
does-
Jogo's do other than being like magma?
But that's it. It's his domain. It's magma. He heated it all.
I think it's more of a defensive domain. It's like it's not as powerful on the inside, so therefore it's really hard to get in.
Yeah, it's like fit. It's like he basically changes the fighting conditions to suit him. I don't think
probably
it.
just like a boost.
Yeah, the one. I mean, I like how every single domain is literally just themed around the person. But Jogo's personally, I just don't like it that much because it's not that creative. It doesn't do much. Like it's just like, yes, we are fighting in lava.
My
Wait,
man's
hold on.
basically, my man's just a flame gummy.
Doesn't Miwa have a little domain?
Yes, it's that like the slash thing that she does where if anyone enters it, she will reflex. Like it'll be a reflex action of her slashing at them. But I don't think it's a real domain expansion because
I would call it a
it's
domain.
in a domain you should be guaranteed to land, whereas Yuji dodged it.
Yeah, but also it's sort of thing where you can literally just stand there and she's just gonna be there with her eyes closed, like standing there for about
It
5
reminds
minutes.
me of the NPC in Dark Souls 3 beside Firelink Shrine. Constantly got the Uchi
Oh,
katana.
the naked one. The naked guy.
Just walking around with their hilt, just doing
Ugh.
nothing.
Constantly ready to parry.
Oh.
Just parrying non-stop.
Final thing I want to say about Todo, before we forget about him forever. I love how when he came to kill Yuji, like he comes at the entire group, everyone just runs past him. Yuji just knees him in the face. Everyone's just like, all right, nice. Oh, it was so good.
I enjoy his way of assessing people as either his friend or his enemy. Is what type of woman do you like?
Do you agree with his taste?
I did not
Yeah.
expect Yuji to say he wants a tall woman with a big ass.
And then say
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Can I actually just say, I felt like it had to be part of the plot that him and Yuji will become friends. I felt like it was gonna happen straight away with the instant I found out that's how he assesses people.
Yeah, true.
I didn't think about that, but I guess I can see it definitely would seem that way.
What was the kind of girl that Megumi said that he likes?
Oh no, he said personality. He said the right
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Say around women.
Oh yeah. Tall girl with big butt.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Alright, well,
Jennifer Lawrence is tall?
Carry on.
big ass, I guess. I don't know.
I don't remember the last time I saw a Jennifer Lawrence film.
Alright. I only have one more, like, semi-big topic to talk about, and that's the movie. So, unless there's anything else you guys still want to cover?
There's a movie.
Yeah, it's
Jujutsu Kaisen 0?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I want to
That's
talk
what I have
about
to say.
what I want to talk about, honestly, is the fact how it's like. I think this is like the second anime I've seen where they use a movie to do an actual like
Segment.
a segment of like the manga. So you got Infinity Train.
They're doing the
Demon
same for
Slayer.
potential quintuplets.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
I'll
a bit of
be-
a shame.
I'll be real with you. That is just something you're gonna have to get used to because
Yeah.
so many animes do it.
But it's sort of thing where it's so easy to get a series anime over into the UK or US, the Western world. But then you have movies, and for some reason they take so long, unless they're like really big. Like I'm talking.
No,
Ghibli.
not even that. Because Demon Slayer was bloody massive.
I know, but it's still taking ages to get over here. Like Weathering with You.
Well, that's because that
was in
is-
cinemas.
That is a studio.
But
I know.
That does do movies.
okay, keep one thing in mind: Demon Slayer was halted massively by COVID. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, they finally released it, and then they still haven't released it yet. And
Yeah.
I know,
anywhere
but I'm
else.
sure there is COVID-related reasons for that.
I mean,
Especially
Jake
main reason being cinemas didn't even open here until recently.
me and Jacob are fine with the Infinity Train Demon Slayer stuff because we've read the manga.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
the saying about Demon Slayer is about Jujutsu Kaisen. So the movie, obviously based on the prequel manga, literally titled Jujutsu Kaisen 0. One thing that confuses me is I have no clue who the hell it's about. Because as I said, I found out it's got Toge in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not something I knew before. And the main character in it is gonna be, what was the name? Okotsu Yuta. I've never heard that name before in Jujutsu Kaisen, but Gojo talks to him and refers to him by his name. I always thought from the cover of the manga that it was about Megumi as a kid, but I don't think it is.
Hey, it could be.
Okotsu Yuta just looks like a mix between Midoriya from My Hero and Megumi.
Mm. I mean, the fact that Gojo speaks his name shows that Gojo's in the movie, so I'm pretty sure that's enough of a reason for most people to watch it.
I'm on the actual like movie page on my anime list at the moment.
Right.
and
When did Zero come out?
Zero's not out. Zero was announced and is coming out. Not actually, there isn't a release date. But
Is it big? Is it like a big manga? If it's considered,
it's a single
able to-
volume. It's a single volume before one. I don't know if it's bigger page-wise. It'll probably be like an hour-long film, I assume.
The manga was published in 2017
Oh,
from April to July.
Is it? Huh? That's before any of the other Jujutsu Kaisens came out.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been. Was this their sort of like their I guess like this is introducing the world, and now I want to make another story.
wait, what if Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was... You're right that it did come out earlier. What if
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was just like Attack on Titan 0?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because it's got the head teacher, it's got Panda, Maki, Toge, it's got Okatsu Yuta, as I said, Gojo, it's got the head teacher.
Oh, it's got Suguru.
Oh man, it says originally published December 2018, but then it's coming out. It came out not too long ago.
I don't know. I'm not
This is
sure.
a manga, by
Do
the
you
way.
think it's like more like a revised version?
Maybe. I think it has to be. There's no way if it's not related. If it's like a, if it's like a prequel thing. I don't know. I genuinely no clue.
Hold on, this is the thing, right? They didn't put enough backstory in the actual anime, so they made a film just backstory.
Oh,
Just
I know
backstory.
what this is gonna be about. Do you remember
I
in
know.
Jujutsu Kaisen they talk about how they used to be... Geto talks about how there used to be this thing where they released like demons on Tokyo. Like
Yeah.
this big accident that happened. That's what this is gonna be about. I'm assuming just because it's got Tokyo in the title. in the subtitles.
Wait, oh man, is it Halloween?
No, it's that's
What
different.
is
That's completely different. No, this is the 24th of December. And it's
wait.
actually it's been released on the 24th of December this year.
Oh right.
Um,
yeah.
So it's I guess they're trying to make it link.
Wait,
it
in
to-
the anime then? What do they mean by Halloween?
No, that's something completely different.
Oh,
Even I don't know what the hell you
Well,
guys are on about
well-
at this point.
No, they mentioned Halloween because Halloween's like the night of, and Halloween wasn't the fetus. Like
No,
the
I don't think
stillborn.
so. I don't think so. Because they said for Halloween they're gonna try and contain Gojo.
That's it. That's the big event. Yeah.
Gotcha.
right.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. The movie. No idea when it's coming out. Right? There still isn't a date. No, there ain't. So I've seen a lot of speculation that the movie will come out. What was it, like late this year, winter this year?
Yeah, December 24th.
But that wouldn't make sense because there's other people speculating that season 2 is also gonna come out winter this year. So
Yeah.
that would be a very weird overlap.
Oh,
But
it
no,
could be the movie, and then later on in this winter season. Well, that
It's a
would make no sense.
prequel,
Why
though,
would you
isn't
do
it?
that?
it's slightly separated. It's like got
But,
Yeah.
but just because it's the prequel, I don't think they would just ignore the fact that it's going to be released at the same time as the season. There's no anime that would do that. Like, the same team that works on Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be working on the movie. So they can't just pump out both of these things, especially the same year or at the start of like next year, not even a year after the original season of Jujutsu Kaisen finished. That's crazy for it to
The thing
already be
about-
out.
The thing about anime series are usually the like you'll be on the first episode airing, they'll still be about halfway done with the anime. They'll still be like they'll still be doing animating games.
Yeah, I know. But, like, these people do get breaks.
I know.
They don't-
That's like a mid-season break, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think look, I think if we were just talking about the movie or just talking about season 2, yeah, I'd believe if you told me it was going to come out at the end of this year, start of next year. But if we're talking about both, there's no chance. Like me and you, James, had a conversation about Attack on Titan's second half of the final season. We literally spoke about that, and you expected it to come out like around what, summer, early autumn of this year, the second half of it.
Well, now reading it, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Maybe winter at best, but it could be a whole year.
No, they did say it's gonna be winter 2022, which is what I thought it was gonna be. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way they can pump stuff out this quickly, because not only, as I said, the team that works on Jujutsu Kaisen, like, not only will they not be working on, you know, like, a lot of the people are gonna be working on either the movie or the anime. Maybe the movie's done, I don't know, but they didn't really show any teasers. It was like, you know, voiceover over manga panels. But also, like, these animation studios have other anime that they also work on. They don't just do Jujutsu Kaisen at one time. So, although I wish that, you know, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie would come out followed by, like, the series, it seems very unlikely. But I don't think they will be too far apart from each other. If one of them does come out in winter, then shit, the second one could even come out as early as, like, early summer of 2022, which would be really fucking cool. Because I still think that's really fast for a series. I mean, you know, when you've got shit like Attack on Titan, 5 years, Seraph of the End, that's never getting a season 2.
No game, no life.
No game, no life. I don't even think they want to make a season 2.
Actually, you know,
At this point, they just find it. At this point, they just laugh at people.
Ray Zero was 6 years, wasn't it? Or was it 4?
It was
I think
4.
Yeah,
It came out 2016.
That was a long while.
Multiple
And then
stuff.
Origairu was 5 years.
Yeah, so I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen will be that long, but
Yeah.
you know, I think it's very wishful thinking to hope that both of them will come out potentially before the end of this year.
I would say in anime at the moment, they've really been pumping out season 2s a lot, like for the past about 2 years now.
Yeah, they've been doing good on continuations. So let's hope Jujutsu Kaisen gets its continuation soon.
Yeah.
I need the toilet.
All right.
So
That's awesome. Well, before you go to the toilet, I actually think that's a wrap. I think we've covered everything we could. There was a lot of topics we wanted to talk about today, such as Way of the House Husband and seasonal anime, but this is our first time doing this, so we had no idea how long a single topic was going to take. The introductions took even longer than we expected.
Hey, sometimes, you know, a show like Jujutsu Kaisen deserves its own like half a show, 3/4 of a show.
Yeah, it does. I have no complaints. It just means that means we won't have to worry about, you know, things to talk about if we can talk about a single anime for a full episode. All right, well, it's been fun. How about we all shout out whatever social media or something we want to shout out? You go ahead first, Connor.
Yo, at Awkward Witness on Twitter, Awkward Witness on Mal, you know, capital A for awkward, capital W for witness, all one word.
All right, that's cool. Now you, Jimmy.
I don't have any social media. That's all.
What about your Mal?
Amal, #cookiez with a Z, capital H, capital Z. What? No, capital C, not Z.
You can try.
I mean,
either.
there is a Z, but or whatever.
All right, I'm sure they'll find you one way or another. All right, yeah, same here. Just synkonn on Mal, synkonn1 on Twitter. Also synkonn on Twitch, but that's not really related to the podcast. So
Watch it anyway.
if you want to, then you can. If you don't want to, then you don't have to.
I'm modded. Maybe you'll pay me if you do watch him.
All right, it's been fun. Hope to see you next time, which might be next week, hopefully. Yeah, it's been fun. See ya.
Bye bye.
ありがとう。